that you were making in Indiana or the air conditioner in Arizona, whatever. Now those jobs are going over to Mexico, right? Because it's cheaper. But those corporations don't give a fuck about being Americans. They give a fuck about the profit margin. So they say, well, shit, we can go get some slave labor, some even cheaper. How about this? Some even cheaper slave labor, right? Because this is what this is. It's slave labor. No matter how much money you get paid, you could be a $40 million slave or you can make minimum wage. That's how this works. You can respect that or check it. But that's what it is. And only a small percentage of us
they're always looking for free labor.
100 years ago, only a small percentage of us were employed in any way that employment looks like to you, whether you were working for somebody, whether you were in penance, that means it's locked up, right? That's the only way you can be a slave, treason, or commit a crime. See how this works? That's the law.
And then they make it a crime to wear your natural hair. You go to jail for doing stuff natural that you know what I'm saying, that Aboriginals naturally do.
And we know that look like in modern times. Driving while walking while black.
There you go. Walking across the street used to be illegal, or it still is illegal technically. Jaywalking. Jaywalking. The J stand for.
Bro, I started jaywalking until they gave me like a $20 fine. I bought that shit. I was going to the Supreme Court for jaywalking to it. For real. I was on their head. It's like, fuck it. I was like, nah, take it to the box. Because I didn't jaywalk. Wasn't even fucking like. But you see.
But even if you did, what's wrong with it? So now, what ended up happening with that case?
They feel like he just wanted to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how this works. But they got the badges and they got these things or whatever.
But
right?
You went ahead and paid the $20.
Right? Huh?
You went ahead and paid the $20.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
that's the type of examples that go on. You know what I'm saying? They designed the laws.
Like all the little fees that they came out to $20.
They designed the laws to strictly apply to your natural traveling. You know what I'm saying? And going around.
Right. I was not in no crosswalk with no light, but where I could push a button. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing like that. I'm literally inside my partner's apartment complex, bro. And this dude, like, yeah, and that gave him reason to fuck with me. I wanted to punch him. Like, real. But, I could have even started talking that Indian shit. Nigga, you violating my rights. Here's the section, this and that, in the third block. He don't know nothing about that. He was already fucking with me in the first place. So when they be saying that or whatever, right? I just want to see these things work. There need to be a playbook. Somebody need to put a video together, some classes or whatever, how to deal with these people. There's some documentation or whatever. Because if you're telling me you're going to pull out a dossier, right? And that's
I mean, every
not take your car or something like that, bro. I'm with it. I'm gonna be riding around me a dossier.
Every police officer in the country is briefed on people that.
You gonna tell me that? I'm doing it tomorrow.
What?
If y'all tell me the dossier is gonna stop from locking us up, we need to be talking about these things. You know, I don't want to register my car. None of these things. I don't want to. Why do? Oh, cash some checks. I need a driver's license because I'm not gonna be able to go into the bank and say, hey, I need to get this cash right here. Here's my dossier. Or I can give them an ID I made up. You're not gonna be able to do that. It's gonna have to be a state issued ID, and I bet you any amount of money.
We can't do nothing.
Nah, we can't. We can do something. We could take over the system that we built. This is our shit. Stop trying to run away from that fight. Niggas don't want that fight. Huh?
How?
What you mean how? Get the fucking.
Hey, Clay, You got
What's
the
up?
Get the fuck in the building, man. That's it.
hey, you
Get the
got the
fuck in the mic.
yeah, I'll go say Joshua Slug. Go ahead and meet that man, Mike.
You young Yashua. Get the fucking man. Get to making babies, man.
This nigga not that. Y'all put him to sleep.
He might get him some tonight. Get you some, man. Yeah, man. That's what we need to be focused on, man. Building families, man. Get back to a baby boom generation. You know, some people say, "Well, how is that a solution?" Nigga, numbers. We need to. We need
Numbers to do what?
Some people say don't vote. Nah, we need to. We need to be getting with. They didn't invent voting, motherfucker. So let's get to power.
So we making babies to vote later on in life.
Now vote. Yeah, to vote. Just to vote only. See.
Right. Okay. So I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to ping you into bringing down that tomahawk thing in your hand there. So I say I get what you're getting at now. Now that you speaking in code.
Yeah, we talking around a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we gotta build. Like, if
but it's my argument that the numbers are already here, and that people navigate towards something that's real, that's true.
You say people are gravitating towards what's real and true?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think so. They just cat out the bag. They can't put it back in. They trying to control the narrative, but other than that, like, well, those are African descents or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to control the narrative all the time. We're talking about the scientific community. They'll make statements that just don't make sense. Like, damn, cuz you got the bones right there. You gonna say, and you do this, you do the craniology or whatever, and then turn around and say, well, we don't know who these people are. What? You just did it. See what I'm saying? You see the murals. You see what our ancestors carved in the fucking stones, bro. So it's just, we have to fight for some shit that we shouldn't have to fight for. We shouldn't have to fight to tell people who we are, but because they spend billions of dollars on Kunta Kinte, right? That's, bro, these niggas, all you got is Kunta Kinte and Rick Kittle. Bro, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. They don't have this slavery. Like, it don't exist, bro. And that's the problem. So they're making these things up. Like the brother that John B was going off all the time, making videos and shit or whatever. I asked, bro, you know about the Royal African Company? No. You can't. You have to start. I want to know how y'all know the sharks was. How do they know the swimming patterns of sharks? First off, in the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, right? Jacques Cousteau didn't exist then. You see what I'm saying? So how do you know these things, right? How do you know they change based off people being thrown in the ocean? Cargo, money being thrown in the ocean. This wasn't a feasible thing. You know what I'm saying? You'll see some manifests and they have 5 so-called slaves on there. Well, who do they call the shipmates? What were they called? The people had to work or row the boats and shit. What were they? Slaves. See what I'm saying? So slave is reserved for us, exclusively here in America. African American slaves, not Africans. Not
you don't roll sailboats.
It's dumb, huh?
You don't roll sailboats.
You know what I'm saying, bro. The motherfuckers is, you still have to have people to work the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just put the sails up, or all these things. And they still have sails and they still have people rowing the boats too, bro. You know, like you see the boats, the people at the bottom rowing the boats with the chains on their arms, but they still have sails too.
Huh.
But if you don't have wind, you're gonna throw out the road a goddamn boat.
Man, that movie you talking
Right.
about was a boat from 3000 BC, man.
You talking 3000 BC?
Yeah,
Did it have a sail on it?
I don't know.
I'm saying,
But you're talking about a movie,
did they have the sails on it
and
for the
that was
wind?
from 3000 BC. You talking about Charleston Heston again?
Man, don't make me laugh, man. Okay, so 3000 BC, so 5,000 years ago, you said they had boats, right? They was rowing them, but they also had sails. So until I'm like, they still have the road things too, like until they got steamboats. But they had steamboats in the 1700s. So niggas act like they didn't have steamboats. They had steamboats. So why aren't nobody talking about that? Like, I'll be having to ask these type of questions. Where are the shipyards?
I'll be talking about that because that black man that made up that made the first car, that invented the first automobile. He adapted the steamboat engine into the automobile.
What year was this?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was before Model T, though.
Ford, I can't think of the brother's name, but that Ford basically took the Model T from, right, and ran with it. See, it don't really matter about who invented it if they own the patent office or whatever. You got to come get it patented or registered over here.
Nah, that ain't what put them out of business. They came up with the assembly line. They invented the assembly line to make it easier to build cars. So that's what put old Buddy out of business, because he was building them.
Yeah, but who did that? George Washington Carver did that.
You said George Washington Carver did that? That's the name of the dude?
He the one that created that assembly line for Ford. That's why he was his buddy.
See that?
Shit.
See how that worked? I mean, we invented
literally
everything for real. Like,
that's fucked up, Libra. Hey, y'all know that I think he was like 13 or something like that. 10 or 13 is either one of those numbers, right? When he was a little boy, they said some white people grabbed him and castrated him. Y'all heard about that? And he just still wonder what that.
That was one. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's a eunuch running around this motherfucker, bro. Like, sheesh.
Yeah, that's why he had so much time to think.
Shit, crazy, bro. Like a real eunuch. Fuck. Like, think about that. Like people give him credit for a lot of stuff, but they don't give him credit for the negative things that also, you know what I'm saying? And like, for that, like, he put Buddy out of business. Like, can you imagine if he said, yo, I'm about my people and I'm gonna help Buddy with assembly line instead of helping for them? You see what I'm saying? This is how these niggas think.
Nah, he was about his business. George, he ain't gonna talk about George Washington Carver. Now, he was the man. He was about his people for real. Because you know how I know? Because that boy Thomas Edison, I think his name is, came to him, tried to recruit him. One of them big white boys tried to recruit him and was offering him 10 times what he was getting paid at the school that he was working at. And he turned it down.
The school was funded by white people, bro. He was funded by white people. I forgot the name of the person that was his handler. Listen, here's the thing, right? There's a book.
That was Ford that recruited him.
Yo, there's a book, right?
I'm talking about other than that. It was Thomas Edison. I think it was.
Trust me, man, it was Ford. Ford the one that recruited him.
Well, he still worked for them. He still went with them. If he did,
that doesn't mean he knew what he was doing. That didn't mean that he knew what he was doing. when he did it though.
No, I'm talking about it was one that he turned down. I ain't talking about the one that he helped, the one he accepted. I'm talking about there was one that he turned down and he stayed at the school. I think he worked at Tuskegee, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, but once again, though, he didn't own Tuskegee. Tuskegee was owned by them. It's owned by them. It's funded by them. So even with the Tuskegee experiments and all these other things, they had us doing them. You know what I'm saying? Because our people we're gonna trust
You
us
said
even more than them. You know what I'm saying? We weren't going to white doctors when we had, black doctors, Aboriginal doctors.
let me make sure I'm hearing you right. You saying Tuskegee was funded by white people. Because
Yes,
you know it was
absolutely.
owned by
I can get the dude's name for you, huh? Jewish people funded
what's
George
that one
Washington
name?
father. Now,
Tuskegee.
they made a distinction between them and Anglo-Saxons. Y'all see what I'm saying? And they slid in and played both sides, bro. Like massively, and took over the economic. Like, bro, we watched this thing called, like, what did they say? Like the how they talked about taking over the economics of our people in the 50s. They made a video about it. It was like, yo, this is like basically like how to get their money. Basically, they was figuring out how to get our money. And after they got powerful and wealthy to build skyscrapers, then they say, well, fuck, they can bring Asians and everybody to deal with us and get their money. You see what I'm saying? And they still making money off that. They ain't letting these people come over here and just make money without by them getting money off of it. Still going to their banking systems. Whether it's China over here, them Chinese Jews, bro. Period. Y'all gotta wake up. Chinese motherfucking Africans. Period. Or people that work for their interests. Period. That's just what it is. They're working for their banks. So their banks. It's just because it's in their face or our face or whatever these. You know what I'm saying? It's still their banking systems. We put our money in these banks. They're funding their shit, and they're using our money to build skyscrapers. So these are things that we're dealing with that we have to change. If we know these things are happening, then we have to change how we move. And that's the thing that we're not doing. We're moving slow, bro. That's slow. We know the funds are leaving. We work for the money, then we send it right back out. So they're like, well, shit, let's give them some money here. It's a one dude talking about running for president. The Chinese dude, Peter Kang, I think his name is, or whatever. He talking about giving everybody $1,000 a month. Yeah, if they start giving out everybody $1,000 a month, right? Don't y'all think we should give way more than $1,000 a month? You see my point? What's our claim? Why would we get more than $1,000 a month? How much should we get a month? That part, that type of stuff. So yeah, man, we gotta get together. They got casinos. We should be freely to be able to open up our own fucking casinos without having regulations from them. We could take those proceeds from the casino dollars and things like that or whatever to build our shit up. Same way they doing. What's wrong with that? I'll wait. So what's happening is with a document like the Declaration, we can start building cases that we don't have to be regulated. You know what I'm saying? And well, you guys can't own these things because you guys have this, these things, whatever, right? Or being taxed for land that we already own that's been ancestral passed down to us, but people will lose land or have lost land in all of our families because they didn't pay their taxes. That's illegal. IRS is illegal for everybody. So the people should start moving in these certain ways or whatever, but we should definitely not be taxed. The indigenous people of this land should not be taxed, period. And that's what we say we are. So that's our claim. So that's our claim. That's what we're claiming, First American. So we're pushing the First American agenda. And it's a social, political reconstruction. We're destroying the caste system that has been looming over us for years. And it's not this is new. This is not an ancient thing. I know a lot of people want to believe it is, but it's not. These people are a minority now. They're even more of a minority 1,000 years ago. When you go back 1,000 years from there, even more of a minority. See how this work? It don't work the way you think it works, or the way your mind makes it work, because that's how they paint the picture. Because their media is going to paint this picture. Like when you talk about certain things, whatever, you go to the place, you're like, well, goddamn, well, I know all these things. Where all these things come from? People tell this story all the time. They go to certain places and they thought it was a certain way, but when they get there, they see what really what the people look like. Because they're painting it's propaganda. So they're using their media for propaganda, and that's why we're using these as a counter intelligence, you know what I'm saying, move against them back. We're taking these things and being able to bring it back. And so the people that do is tune in, support. Here's like, if you have opposing, because we need the opposition, because from opposition sharpens us. Whatever, somebody have opposition to what we're saying, or whatever, we can go back and forth and learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about just always, I can learn from you. You understand what I'm saying? We can learn from each other, go back and forth or whatever, and we don't have to agree all the time to be able to get to that, get to that understanding. So that's what it's about, bro. It's not about what they make it about. They making it about color. It's not about color. That's the trick. I'm not saying that we gotta be all kumbaya and all this other shit, but I know for a fact that we are too preoccupied with white supremacy, and it creates a fear and a paralysis in our community. So niggas ride right past the old pharmacy that used to be owned by our people, and y'all know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we had black doctors and this and that and the third, and so we had sundown towns, you know what I mean? Nigga, name my town gonna be Sundown.
Peace, peace, peace. Peace to all our First Americans, First American Council, and all the people that support. This your boy Ty Data. Today we're gonna go in a little bit. I'm gonna give a little brief little demonstration on how the Lakeisha app actually works. Um, I did really want to go in, but I done set up so much stuff that I'm tired now. So, but I'm just gonna give a brief, but we simulcasting today. We on both channels. Mr. Dark Brother, first in the building over there on Chief Holiday channel, and I believe Just Be Real is first over there on Tribe Up channel. But those of you who on Chief Holiday channel, you might want to go subscribe to Tribe Up channel as well, because I believe Black Lotus is gonna be going in tonight on something. But peace to everybody in the chat, man. We're gonna be going in. Shout out to all the people that's been downloading the app. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters down there in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Trying to scrambling to get themselves together as well. Um, but at this time I'm not gonna be able to see the chat. So if you got any questions or something, we're gonna recap on this, and I'm gonna go in thorough. You know what I'm saying? So what are you looking at now on the screen? Is you looking at a parent account. The parent account is in blue. It says parent account. I have it covered, my son's name, because I actually have a son. He's in Arizona, and he goes to Arizona State. So he's going to college in Arizona. So as you can see on my phone, these are actual phones. And then on the other phone, you have a child account. And so as you can see, they both look different. Now on the parent account, which is the blue account, you can see a map, and you can see a ping in Minnesota and a ping in Arizona. Now the ping in Arizona is actually my son in college. Now he's actually a grown man now. He's 19 years old. But some kind of way I done tricked him, and I done got him to download the Lakeisha app on his phone, even though he don't really honor it that much because he's 19 and he's you know how it is. He's 19 and this is little stuff. But any kind of way I talk to him and I have him get it on his phone. Now the app does not follow him around, so we don't have the capabilities to follow your channel around or anything like that. But what it does do is the last time he opened the app, it pings. But what I'm able to do is I'm able to actually call him as well. I'm able to actually click on his name, and what it would do, it would actually ask me to call. So if I go here and if I just click on the name, it will say, "Do you want to call Nata?" So it would ask me if I want to call him, so I can call him through the app as well. So what I'm saying, I can call him through the app. Um, just pretty much do the app. So but I can also zoom in a little bit on his location. I can also zoom in. It actually works all over the world. So when you guys are looking at the Lakeisha map, I know many people really have no idea what they're exactly looking at. So I want to say something about that real quick. Now, when you're actually looking at the Lakeisha map, a lot of people see different things. Now, what I see a network. Okay, that's what I see. I see a worldwide network. And so that's why it's supposed to be Lakeisha Network. It's not supposed to be where a computer or a device take care of every single thing by itself. It's supposed to be accompanied by actual human, work that needs to be put in. Actually humans is supposed to be, assisting the technology, not the technology just take care of everything. So um but that's exactly what you're looking at. The people who download the app, and shout out to the people over there in Jamaica as well. So the app is going down there. Now, as you can see, um, now I didn't want to get in too thorough. I just want to demonstrate a little bit on how it works. Because leading up to this point, by getting everything activated and getting the phones synced up. This phone is synced up to the other phone through the Lakeisha app, through the phone number and different types of things. You get to sync the phone up together. Now, but I don't want to recap, and I don't want to go through all that just yet and break everything down. But what it does is it actually use ePing technology. You can check it out. It's called ePing technology. It's the same type of technology that's inside of Airplane Box. It's the same type of technology they use to track products. They use to track products and trains and keep track of products and stuff like that. So so Now, what we're gonna do, um, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a community alert, and then we're gonna do a parent respond. Now, a community alert is when your child is uncomfortable. Okay, and so that's not something that is legal. That is something uncomfortable. Sort of like Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin was in an uncomfortable situation. Um, oops, yeah. Trayvon Martin was actually in an uncomfortable situation, but it wasn't illegal to be followed like that. So you can't call the police just because somebody behind you. But in an uncomfortable situation, your child have the ability to call on people in the neighborhood. And so this goes about 50 miles, or this one goes about 50 miles, and everybody that actually download the Lakeisha app will actually get this. Will actually get this uh actually get this alert. But the information that you get to see, the parent gets to control the information. So when I go to the home button, let me see. Now, yeah, when I go to the home button and I go down to our children. Now, as you can see, I have the children down there. Now, what it does is it says privacy settings. So I can go in there and I can set the privacy levels and what I want the public and what I want the authorities to see. Now, when it says parent respond notification alert, what this is this just allow what I want the people to see. If I don't want the people to see the location, I can cut it off. Anything in here, we got anything from their best friends information, we got school, emergency contact, nationality, hair color. We got all types of things. So the public is only going to get the information of my child that I allow. So I controls the information of what are they getting. Now down here you can see the authority alert. Now this is the information that the police is going to get once your child get into a authority alert, because it's actually going to send a email of the location of your child as well, and it's also going to send a description of your child and all the information that you have entered. It's going to actually send an email to the authorities as well. I guess we can get in a little bit about that. So when you go to authority alerts, I just say they can get everything. So we just say they can get everything, and so that's how you can control the information that you know. You actually control the information that you get for your child. You control all the information. Once the phone is synced up, you as a parent is in control of everything now. So so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the home. Now now we also have what we call a boycott alert. Now, a boycott alert is actually a alert just in case we want to have a boycott worldwide, something boycott, and we want to let people around the world know what should be in our network. That's why we're creating a network. It is called Lakeisha Network. It is not just Lakeisha app. Lakeisha app is usually just for the people who try to, who trying to understand things on a smaller level, and they can't really get the network part. So they would just say the Lakeisha app. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually Lakeisha Network, and the app is just like one little tiny little droplet of the actual network. So we have this thing. It's called boycott alert. So that way, without our network, if we wanted to boycott something or something like that, we can just literally send out an alert. This pretty much in the back office and in the information, we literally can notify thousands of people outside of outside the regular internet at one time. So thousands of people, hey, we're not watching Netflix anymore. Boom. Okay, send out the alert. Boom. And now everybody has the confidence because thousands of people got that alert too. So if you're gonna watch Netflix, you're gonna have to sneak because all your friends got it too. The mailman got it. Your mama got it, and everybody got it. So if you're gonna watch Netflix, whatever you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying literally do that, but that's just that's just kind of how that works a little bit. And then when you go over here, you have what we call a a notification alert. Now, when you're looking at the notification, you can see that we recently had an alert for Jamaica. They're experiencing some form of martial law, and also in Ohio. Ohio, I mention this all the time. Ohio is a very high kidnapping rate. It's right across the street from Canada, so they have a very high kidnapping rate there. I did an investigation on it, and I noticed that the kidnapping actually started when their Attorney General Mike DeWine came into office. Their kidnapping actually rampant. It actually went up. You see what I'm saying? So I was able, I have the data and I have the math on that, and I can literally prove that. You see what I'm saying? That when Mike DeWine in Ohio, when he got elected, the kidnap rates went up. So there's always an alert in Ohio always. So and then we have, you know, then what we have is a community respond alert. As you can see at the bottom, let me see. You can't see at the bottom. Yeah, hold on one second. Let me see if you can see that. Okay, you can't actually see the words at the bottom, but at the bottom what it says is it says community respond alert. And the reason why we have a community respond alert for my child is because I did a demonstration last night. I ran a test last night, and so it shows that my kid had a community response alert. So anytime my kid have a community response alert, it will log it, and we can actually collect data on the community response alert. It'll let us know what is the time, the most time, the time that our kids come up missing. It will also let us know what parts of town that our kids come up missing. It will also give us more information about the kids that come up missing. So if we know the time that if we know the time where most of our kids come up missing, then we can say, okay, well, during this time, this is a high alert time. So we can put all our stores, we can put all our whatever you want to call, we can put all our community on alert during this time, because this is the time where the kids have been coming up missing. So we're looking to collect data so we can see different types of patterns and different types of things so we can combat them. Okay, we don't just work off what somebody said or what somebody did or how it feels. We need to actually collect the data in order to do the next move, in order to know where to go. Because without no data, you're just guided on just principles and just fortune cookie stuff and just the way I feel today and all this weird stuff. Okay, but with data, you actually have a reason why you're doing that. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why that one is there. We also have a parent respond alert. There is no parent respond alerts. The parent respond alerts are active and they are emergency. They go straight to the authorities. So now if you go here and you um, go to response time. Now as a parent, okay, as hold on, let me see if I can take that off really quick. Okay, now as a parent, you have a selective amount of time that if your child put on a parent respond alert, you have a set amount of time to deactivate or to do something about this alert. And if you don't do nothing, what it's going to do is it's going to automatically take your kid's phone and it's going to call the police by itself. It's going to attempt to call the police by itself. It's going to send the police their location, and it's also going to send out a a nationwide alert. So as a parent, you have the responsibility to figure out. You sit yourself enough time to figure out what's going on if a actual parent response alert is triggered. So we have 10 minutes, we have 20 minutes, 25 and 30 minutes. You can give yourself whatever you want and to try to figure it out. Right now for this demonstration, we're just going to do for 10 minutes. Okay, so I have 10 minutes to figure out what's going on in my child. If I don't figure it out, it's all our information is going to the police. If I don't figure that out, that's how kind of how that works. So okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to send out a community alert. Now understand, community alert is basically uncomfortable. It means basically your kid is kind of uncomfortable, and your kid, you know what I'm saying, your kid is kind of uncomfortable, and you pretty much, the community can handle that. That's something that the community have to handle. That's something that we handle ourselves. So that means like ain't gonna be no police coming. We coming. You see what I'm saying? We coming. We're solving it. The adults in the neighborhood are solving those type of problems. Okay? If it's a community respond, that means the community needs to respond. Okay? So there's not gonna be no police. Okay? You got Pookie and Ray and them. You got the doctors, the lawyer, the mailman, the truck driver, the ice cream man. Everybody is gonna come and see what's going on during this time. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna click on community respond. Now once I click on the community respond, it's gonna ask me to it's gonna ask the child what's going on and what happened. Now because we're living in a day and age where things are very virtual, that all your kid has to do is actually talk to the phone, and it will literally type it for them, so they don't really need to type it. But some kids is very, very, what I'm saying, some kids is actually very fast at typing, but just you can actually talk. So I'm going to say this is a test. As you can see, it typed that. So now what I'm going to do, hold on, let me pull my screen down a little bit so you guys can actually see my alert. I believe that's Black Lotus back there posted something, so we kind of got a little like some. Let me see. Okay, so you guys can actually see the top of my screen. Now, let me see. Now, as you guys can see the top of my screen, now once this alert is generated, I will literally get a notification. And everybody within about 50 miles of me will actually get this location. And so I know we got a couple people in Wisconsin. I know we do got some people in Minneapolis as well. So you guys are going to receive this location too. And I believe you guys probably got the one from last night as well. So here we go. I'm going to go generate. Now, once you see generate, you will be able to see that I have a Lakeisha logo right there on my phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down. I'm going to try to go down and click on it. So it basically is basically. Oops, hold on. This is the wrong thing. Hold on, I clicked on the actual YouTube page. Oh, there we go, right there. It says your child named Vane has generated community response alert. So now when I go there, oh, actually, the GPS is off on this phone. So let me cut the GPS on this phone as well. Because I need to be able to cut that on. So the GPS actually needs to be on as well. On your kid's phone. I forgot to cut it off this phone. Hold on, give me 1 second. And the app will ask for certain types of permission. So give me 1 second while I do that. Sorry about that. I forgot about that. I've been doing a lot. So give me 1 second while I find that, and I actually give the phone permission, give the app permission to use the GPS. So as you can see down here, it says permissions. So location is on. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn it back on because it's not actually being generated. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back, open up the app. Okay, and we're gonna go home. So as you can see, as you can see, it lights up right there. It tells me which child is actually having a community respond alert as well. So now me as a parent, I can literally call. You know what I'm saying? I can literally call and see, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Or something like that. But chances are they're not going to pick up their phone because, something, you know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. But at least the community is aware of what's going on, and the community is aware of, of the information. Now, I did allow the notification to be on, but the notification was off when the notification was actually off on this phone. This is actually an old phone I'm using, so the notification was off. So my next demonstration, I'm going to use an actual phone that actually has a real SIM card in it and actually has a number on it and things like that. But this one don't. But anyway, so now we're going to do a community response. We're going to do a parent respond. Now, parent respond, it means you have a certain amount of time, or your information is going to the authorities. Okay. So now what we're going to do is when it says set authority emails, what I did do is that I will go in there and you will basically get an email to your police department, and you just put it in there. Now what I did is I just set it to Datadog. So what I just did, I just set it to Datadog. So Datadog's communications will be acting as the authority email on this demonstration or whatever. But unfortunately, I need to get this location acting right. The location on this phone that we really don't use. So what we're going to do is we're really going to go to a parent respond. All you have to do is press that one time and it's on. That's it. So what I'm going to do, let me go ahead and clear all this stuff out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it. Boom, parent respond. As you can see, it came up on my phone almost instantly right away. So now it says now it's actually in the red right there. It's actually in the red. Now and it actually shows, but because the notification is off, it goes to another spot. But as you can see, it's in the red now. Now I have 10 minutes. Now as a parent, all I have to do is go here. Oops. And I go to parent respond. As you can see, it says parent respond. Now, where it says parent respond, now if I click on that, it gives me options as a parent. So it says I can delay and give myself more time. I can raise the alert, or I can actually deactivate. So there's a couple different things that I can do. Now it's giving me all my child's information. I know all that. And then it's actually just zoomed in on the actual location of where the alert was at. So this is actually my house, and it actually zoomed in on my house pretty much point blank to show me where it's at. Now understand, I have 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes to respond, and if I don't, the information, my child's phone is gonna attempt to call the authorities by itself. So it don't even need no help. So the technology, we can take over your phone and we can call with your phone. You see what I'm saying? We can call 911 with your phone. That's what the app does for your child's phone. So even that call is actually giving the cell phone carriers the actual data as well. So not only do the authorities get in the data, but the cell phone carrier that the towers that is pinging off of is actually getting the data as well, to show that you are actually, that show that the police was called. So this give us more information about the activities and about how they're taking our kids. Because it is one thing from just saying, oh, they taking our kids and they poisoning our water and they doing this and they doing that, and nobody stopped and say, hold up, how are they doing it? And so this is what's one of them apps, is because I literally, sat down, and me, a couple people, Lex, a couple people sat down, try to figure out, okay, how the hell are they doing all this stuff? You see what I'm saying? And so we come up with some solutions, and to try to collect more data, not only prevent it, to collect data as well. So there's no 100% prevention, but the data that we collect supersedes any opinion that you have to say. The data that we collect supersedes any what's that biblical uh uh what's futuristics, whatever they call it, when they see the future in the Bible and shit, whatever they call that stuff, the data that we collect supersedes all that. You see what I'm saying? So, but as you can see, we're gonna see here, we're just gonna let it go. We're just kind of gonna let it go, and you'll be able to see what the child's phone is gonna do by itself. You see what I'm saying? All by itself is gonna attempt to call 911. Now, unfortunately, Android and Apple do not let third-party apps make phone calls. They do not allow it. It's possible. It's possible, but it's illegal to actually take another device and make a phone call. So it's going to attempt. So it's going to try to call the police, and then Android and its mechanism might stop it, or going to try to stop it, because it's actually illegal to make a phone call from somebody else's phone. So we don't do that. But that don't mean it can't be done. And that don't mean we can't do it. That just means that we don't condone it, and we don't really, that's not something that we want, what I'm saying, we want to be known for. So no, but that's what it's going to do. Now, like I say, I can give myself more time if I want to, because I got 10 minutes to figure out what's going on with my baby. You see what I'm saying? And if something is wrong, I can raise the alert. And once I raise the alert, it's going to ask me what other additional information do I want to input. And when I deactivate, it's going to ask me what additional information do I put. Now, right now, during this time, it's just the community and the parent. There's no authorities involved. It's the community and the parent involved. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on raise. I'm going to raise the alert. Now, once I raise the alert, now we talking, instead of 50 miles, we're talking like 200, 300 miles from here now. You see what I'm saying? So we're talking like Iowa and shit now. So they're going to be getting alert. So I'm going to raise the alert, okay, and it's gonna ask me, what's going on. So now as a parent, I get to tell people, yeah, I haven't talked to my baby in 4, you know what I'm saying, my baby hit the alert, and I haven't seen him, or blah 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 blah, or I can, or you know what I'm saying. So I'm raising the alert. So I'm just gonna say, this is a test. And then I'm just going to save it. So now, as you can see, everybody within a couple hundred miles of here is actually, hold on one second, is actually getting this alert. So now it says authority respond. Now if I check my email, all the information that I put in here is actually going to go to my email. So it's not a nationwide alert yet. It's just giving the authorities the information. So now I have the chance to raise the alert again. Now once I raise the alert again, that means that, okay, it's worldwide now. It's nationwide. So I'm going to zoom in on the location. Bow. Right there. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much my damn house, pretty much. And I don't want nobody seeing my house, but that's pretty much my house. So it pretty much zoom in on that. And as you can see on the child's phone, it says Ty Data. The dad is at work at Data Dogs Communication. So now my information is also on my child's phone as well. Some of my information. So this is, it's a lot more sophisticated than people might understand, and the people, but what people need to understand is that it needs to be assisted by a actual network. This is what we're trying to build. This is what we're trying to have. We're trying to have a communication information network. I know this is very weird for some people. I know this is agent to some people. I know this is whatever to some people. But if you don't get it, you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't get it if you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't get it if you don't get it. So this is where we're going, and this is where, and this is some of the stuff we're doing in the background. We're not only showing safe places, we're also showing our network. So I should be able to call up to a headquarters down there in Florida and say, hey, what you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? Florida should be able to call up to Missouri and say, hey, what's going on? So different things, we should have a entire connected, grid. Everything is here. It's already set already. It's just nobody attempting to put it together and attempting to do it. So it's already there. You see what I'm saying? One of the best stories we ever did is when Chief Warrior Media, shout out to Chief Warrior Media in Peoplestown, Georgia. When Chief Warrior Media, it was a man killed 4 people in her neighborhood, and we did a Lakeisha alert, and she actually went outside, and she was actually out there with the news van. And me and Chief Warrior Media broke that story an hour before they broke that story. And ours were actually nationwide, and theirs was local. So we actually run up the Rockstown, Georgia, whatever. We actually went up their news. You see what I'm saying? Because we had our own. You see what I'm saying? This is how this is supposed to work. You see what I'm saying? It's not a lot of glare, it's not a lot of glamour. Ain't nobody gonna be having no millions of dollars or no jumbo jets. It's not driven by money, it's driven by data. You see what I'm saying? So all you data driven people, you know what I'm saying, step your ass up and quit playing. And all the money grubbing people, y'all stay where y'all at and keep y'all little stuff going, whatever the hell y'all doing. You see what I'm saying? And so I can't stress that enough. It is a network. It is not just a app. It is part of a network. And so now, as you can see, I have the location of my child, and you see the child's phone, and so now we are actually still at a authority alert. Now let's go. Let's see if they sent the email already. I believe the email should have been sent already as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and check that out because the authorities get the actual email. So now we still at authority alert. So now if I press raise, everybody with the Lakeisha app in this country is going to get the notification as well. So everybody going to get it. So right now, if you got the Lakeisha app, you're about to get this alert. You are about to get this alert because now it's letting the whole nation know that this child is actually coming up missing. Now, if you can actually see my screen here, as you can see, it says this is what the police will get. See, the police will get this information. Age 10, black hair, blah, 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 blah. Bloom, I got some pictures and some photos. There's some pictures and some photos and stuff like that on there. It actually get my information. Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is a authority email. So the police received this email. What I did, instead of putting the Minneapolis Police Department email, is I just put my email. So now I'm showing you what's going on. And so they're actually getting this in real time. You see what I'm saying? This is way before Amber Alert, way before any of that. The police is already on it, so it's not nothing to play with because we're tapping into some stuff. And then guess what? It even say best friend's name, all that great. And guess what? The police can actually get the directions on Google Map, and it will literally tell them where it's at. It literally shows the police right where it happened. You see what I'm saying? That's right there. That's right there. That's right there in front of my house. Right there. That's pretty much. You see what I'm saying? So all because I raised the alert. You see? So it's a lot more sophisticated. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise the alert one more time so everybody can get it. So if you don't have your Lakeisha app, sorry, you lost. Maybe next time. Here we go. We're going to raise the alert. Now it's going to ask me again, what happened? So now as a parent, I get to tell them what happened. We would like to have voice activated features and things like that. So the app is self-governing. The only part that I will play and Data Dogs Communications will play is that if someone spots your child, okay, they will call. If they don't call the authorities, they can at least call us, and we can then go on live and tell everybody, hey, there's an alert in, what I'm saying, there's an alert in Florida, blah blah. So at this time, we having a broadcast. During this time, we should be broadcasting right now. We should be broadcasting. Hey, we have a sister over here. Something right. Blah 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 blah. Oh, wait a minute. We just got another alert from her mom. Oh, what did her mom say? Oh, her mom said it's real. It's real. So you see what I'm saying? So it's a network. It is an effort. It is a community effort. We can't do it by ourselves. Tad Data can't do it by ourselves. We can't do it by ourselves. We need a network. Okay, there's no political things involved, so we don't need. So it'll leave your political stuff at the door. It's not even about that. Like, we way over that. You see what I'm saying? We way over there. Like, we need to do this for real, for real, for real. And those of us who trying to do it for real, man, it's like weirdos are just so popular these days. I don't know what it is about social media and they love for weirdos. is shit is getting. I guess I'm just getting old. I must be just getting old because it's just I don't get it. But anyway, let's just say this is a test. Please disregard. Now, so now we gonna pop that off. Now everybody should be getting it by now. You see what I'm saying? So everybody pretty much in the whole. So now it's a kidnapping alert. See, so it's the kidnapping alert. Now, if I check the email, you know what I'm saying, after dealing with the police, I called the police. I asked them what's going on. The police told me, "Oh, we don't know, such and such and such, whatever, whatever, whatever." And now when you look, when you look at the email, this is the email that be sent. It says a parent named Ty Data have raised his child alert. Now Sarbanes Authority kidnapping alert. Click on the following link. So this actually goes to the police as well. So it's letting the authorities. We are working with the actual authorities, you guys. I literally done called the police before, and not to mention in Minneapolis, my niece is one of the 911 dispatchers. So if I literally called 911, my niece will literally pick up. Like for real. But anyway, that don't that's neither here nor there. And so I literally called the police before and let them know about the app and told them what I was doing because I was doing the test. And I literally called them and told them, yeah, we're doing some tests, blah, 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 blah. And the police was cool with it. So the authorities are cool with the app here in Minneapolis, at least in Brooklyn Park, not Minneapolis, at least in Brooklyn Park, because I did the test in Brooklyn Park and they was okay with it and they recognized it and things like that. It's a lot more bigger than a lot people actually, really understand. You know what I'm saying? It's just people brains are small, so you have to take big things and you have to squeeze it down so they can understand it and just say, oh, it's just an app. It's just an app. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So people can understand it. But it's not just an app. It's a whole international network. So this same thing works. It works the same exact way in Asia, Africa, South America. It works the same exact way. It is a self-governing app. The only thing is needs to be assisted by the community. That's what actually runs and makes the app and give the apps its value. But if the community don't value it, then it don't have any value. You see what I'm saying? And so down there in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying, it seems like they're valuing it a little more than people here. Or I don't know. I don't. Yeah, but I really can't say that because there's a lot of communities out there. They love their little Lakeisha app. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Georgia, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, all over there on the East Coast and all them little parts and little towns and cities over there. So yeah, in some of these little towns it's very serious stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate that. And so now here you can still go to the Google map and we literally send the authorities the actual location of where it happened at. And again, we are collecting data on the time that our children becoming a missing, the types of children. We can see, we can already figure that out. The types, the areas. You know what I'm saying? There are certain types of data that we need to be collected on these type of people, so therefore we can beat them to the punch. You see what I'm saying? We say, during, these hours, this when majority kids come up missing. So then what we didn't do is we just act normal, but in the back of our mind, we on alert. You're looking out your window, you seeing the kids out there, you're looking out the window, some vans pulling up. We out there. What that van doing? What somebody go check that van. You see what I'm saying? What is doing out here during this time? They don't live on this block. I've been living here for 16 years. I never seen that van before. And if it's out here doing kidnap time, bro, I'm on it. You see what I'm saying? So it's a community-based effort. And I know it's sort of new to a lot of people, and people really don't work like that. I know down south. I know they be on shit like that. I already know down south. A lot of places down south they be having their little communities and shit and stuff like that. But far as like up here, city slickers and shit, man, we don't be online. We don't be doing all that. But you know what I'm saying. But we gonna have to start doing all that. You see what I'm saying? So step your game up. It's your boy Ty Data. I'm out of here. We're gonna go in a little more thorough. You know what I'm saying? But what I have to do now is I have to deactivate the app. So what I'm going to do is I can keep the app, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to deactivate it. Let everybody know this was a test, and so now you're going to get another alert. And as the parent, I get the last word of the day. Okay. So, and even if we found the child, we can say, hey, we found them. Thanks, everybody. Blah, 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 blah. Phone calls are ringing. Pictures are showing. Emails is flinging. Boom, 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 boom. It's a whole lot of stuff. It's a community-based thing. You see what I'm saying? So now we say, thank you for participating. This is only a test. There. So now we just sent that out, and everybody in the world just actually got that. And so that's how we work. So I deactivated the app, and so um, now if you check the let me see. Now if we go, here we go. There. There. So now we deactivated the app, and so now there should be, so now it actually shows when I go to child alerts, it actually let me know the alerts that my child has been in, and the different types of, different types of alerts, if they're up and standing, and things like that. So definitely check that out. And if I go here and I click on that. Oops, hold on, that's something else. Hold on. Say your child is out of danger. So let me know that my child is actually out of danger. And if you want to contact us, just go there. You can contact us. We have a 1-800 number. Um, uh, we have a 1-800 number. We have our email. Also, you know what I'm saying. We have our little 5,000 Elite website as well. And at the bottom, we have our YouTube page. You can actually let me see. You can actually, go subscribe to our YouTube page, and we have a Twitter page as well. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to, you know what I'm saying? So, hold on, you can't see that. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. So if you just go here to About Us, and then you would then see our information. We have a 1-800 hotline. We have the Lakeisha email. We have another email as well, and then we have the YouTube, and then we have the Twitter as well. So you can go just click, and then we have also the Fat Dog Elite link as well, where you can go sign up, and you can actually support, donate, do things like that as well. And so just click on something like that. Take you straight to YouTube, Twitter, whatever you want to do. But we out here, and we out here for real. And if this, if this is some type of entertainment game to you or whatever, this is real to us. So peace to everybody out there. I'm sorry I can't see the chat. Um, we're gonna have another video where we go in a lot more thorough, step by step, how things work. But I spent so much time trying to get this together that I'm actually tired now. I'm trying to wait till Black Lotus come on tonight and see what he got going on. So peace to the chat, and everybody you out there. Peace to the First Americans. Peace, you know what I'm saying? The First American Council. Peace to all the members out there that's been supporting. Make sure you log in, and make sure you log in. We are fast paced. We move fast. We move fast. So make sure you're able to log in. And as long as you can log in, you're cool. You see what I'm saying? Wait, you know what I'm saying? At least be able to log in. So, all right. Peace.
and that y'all could utilize. Or build from, or also add, or
Right.
whatever. now here's the thing. I'm glad that you even brought that up, right? Because that different people, we kind of like have our own different specialties, right? One important aspect that we're going to need is people that are in that can be in finance. You might say, um, could kind of spearhead these programs, as far as collecting grants and things of that nature. We need a team of people that can just concentrate on that, right? Um, because when you're trying to put all these other pieces together to the blueprint, like Zoe's in a trade, I'm in a trade, and several other people that are tradesmen. Joshua is a tradesman. Um, but the thing is that we try to put the curriculum together, but it takes a lot of extra work to try to put the financing parts together too, when we can have people that's actually concentrate on that particular thing. So that will be great if we can get people involved to actually spearhead that part of the process.
Most definitely agree.
Yeah,
We have
Letty.
people.
Oh, Letty, I was going to explain to you a little bit about Project Tomahawk. What it is it's we all come together to create these trade and skill centers, and we're offering GED testing and studying. It's going to be a class set up for it. It's a certification type skill and trade center for us to create business owners and bosses leaving out of there at the Skill and Trade Center. It's called the Indigenous Institute of Arts and Skill and Trade Center. And, right now we're actually approaching a building we're working on. They're trying to sell us the schools. What we're doing is contacting a lot of the school boards in the cities that have abandoned schools and people in those regions. We're attacking the elementaries and junior highs that's abandoned, and we're trying to get these grants together behind the actual proposal and plan to get granted to go ahead and get these started. So what you're saying, Letty, is like that's exactly what we're creating. And I wasn't sure if you were aware of it or knew anything about it yet. So that's why I wanted.
No, this is so new to me, and I am so proud of y'all. That is beautiful. I'm
Yeah, I was
very
trying
much
to
proud
get
of y'all.
Ty Data, post a picture of Project Tomahawk. The startup. It's
And what are you guys' age ranges for these trade schools?
well, in most states it requires the people to be 15 and 16 to start their GED testing. So we're going to go from the age of starting their GED testing until adult and mature and elder. It's no age limit, but it has to start with the state and testing age limit. So as far as what you might be doing is doing something on a younger level, we'll be backing that up too. But right now we're looking at trying to get some skills and trades and some certifications and license to a lot of our people in the hoods and projects.
That's fine, because you guys can offer workshops to the children younger and teach other people how to teach, pass that
Right.
knowledge on. So that's always something that can come up later. That's not a problem. That's kind of part of what that link is that I was shared in the backtrack is about, is taking people to be able to teach the younger to get themselves together, because that's the only way these younger children are going to know, is by putting their hands on something and knowing this is what I want to do,
Like a youth center, right?
Yeah, to have some type of a youth center would be great too, because that's where they need to be able to explore their options and ways of where they want to be in life. So most definitely.
Even after school, you know, they can be at the youth centers, and that's something you can go ahead. I mean, we'll back you on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a great writer as far as like marketing, designing a target market, analysis proposal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a typist writer, like, you know, proofreading, editing, because I write so fast. I write with hand and like pen and paper. So like you know what I'm saying? My brother Libra, he's a type writer, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, he's more experienced on that than me. So, you know, that'll be like me and him be working hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good at typing in that period. You know, so
Let me be in full disclosure, man. I did the writing of the declaration out of my head, right? So I didn't have any, you know, really proof reading done or anything like that, and I'm not a writer, but I just did what I felt and what needed to be done. It just was an expression, you know, how I expressed myself, right? But you know, I will do anything that I can to make it, you know, look presentable. Now that's one thing I can do, and that's just, you know, based on just my experiences. So I'm not, you know, I didn't take any writing courses or anything like that. But I will do anything to help, you know, the situation. If I can add to that, if I can read it and break it down and make sure that it conveys a certain message or whatever, you know, that's basically what I do, you know, is making sure it conveys a certain message. And, you know, that's about it, man. But that's just what it is. But I ain't no writer for real. So,
hey, no bullshit, man. Letty just got my mind. I'm over here like channeling so fast now. She mentioned that younger and youth. I'm like, oh my goodness, you can have like entertainment development classes in there where
Indeed.
like, that young crowd is the era that's gonna rule. So we gotta get a youth center going. Letty, get on that, man. And shoot, Mama Chief, you hear her?
yeah.
She knows. She knows. I teach
Here's the thing, right?
in every aspect, so she knows.
And here's the thing, though, when it comes down to, you know, when it comes down to putting that stuff together.
Excuse me, Biggie Son. I was trying to get back in here when Zoe calling me. You know, these are my sisters. We build on a daily. These are my sisters, y'all. They with me.
Okay, so the youth center is the next build. You know what I'm saying? Get the skills and then the youth. You know.
All right, there you go.
This power team we're working on, y'all. We got a power team we're working on. Every time you see who the power team is, when you see who get on here with each other, and then you find out. Look at when the job happens. Y'all figure it out one day. Figure it out.
And one thing we have to keep in mind that everything is a process, right? So
Correct. It's not going to move at microwave speed.
Right. So we have to look at things as a process. So even when it comes down to a scope of what you plan to do, at some point you have to narrow it down to the beginning stage, and then you expand on that. So you have to have that beginning stage first, and then you can expand. You know, it's kind of limitless when it comes to expansion, but you can't do everything at once, right? So we have to understand that and start with a foundation, and you have to, you know, get that started, and then you can expound on that. So you can go in any direction, you know, as far as age and otherwise curriculum, and you know, but you don't want to have everything in your mind at one time because that's going to slow your process down. I just
Just
want to
jot it down
throw
or
that
break it up. That's how
Right.
you do it.
Right.
You
That's why.
you write it down and you break it up. That's
Right. That's
you
why.
know
That's
you
why
got to
we.
do it piece by piece.
That's why we got our lanes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Lil Yost in the building. You know what I'm saying? Lady Gemini out there. Who else we got out there? Is that Metallic Maniac in the building? Who else? Digits over there. We should be casting, but I wanted to add on to some of your courses. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say that you know when we have these courses and we have our schools is going to be interacting with our manufacturing. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, you know, we can have in the schools like things that go along with our manufacturing plants, not just people to work in there, but people to be able to own and operate their own manufacturing plants. So if you go into if you go into Project Tomahawk and you go into that school, you know there's a actual industry and an actual field that is by us for us that will be waiting for you. You see what I'm saying? But we don't want people coming out of school going there working on an assembly line. We want people coming out of school opening up their own assembly line. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
So the schools have to coordinate with the actual manufacturing with the job development as well. So that's why
You're
everything has
changing
to
the dynamic. You're
right,
changing
right,
the dynamic of
right,
the education system which we've been taught up in.
right.
Right.
So
Exactly.
therefore everything is a chain of command. So you go into the school and you go into the school and then there's steps right there put for you in place. Just follow. All you gotta do is just follow the steps. Get on the escalator and we'll just take you there. Just follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? And just do as you suppose. And the escalator will take you to your destination. And so, starting from school, you get your trade school. Then you might want to get a higher education if you need to, if you want to, or you can just go straight to one of the facilities over there on the Mid Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? They got their own little operation and stuff going over there. They can go to different types of facilities. So we definitely have to, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely have to keep that in mind too. So we not just talking about no random schools, and we're not just talking about no random activities. We talking about some fully connected, integrated, you know, stuff.
Our
We might not
structure, right?
right. We might not talk about it a lot, and we most likely not to, but we most likely won't. But
Not like this. We should
right,
be more private.
right.
Right.
But when you hear us talk about these little projects, you should automatically know that there's going to be some attachments to some, this is going to be attached to other things.
And this also opens room for others, such as people who have been incarcerated forever and feel like they don't have a place to start all over. This opens multiple doors, not just for our youth, but for our um, more adult-like aged men and women as well. So I love it. I want nothing but high vibrations to you guys on this project for sure.
Hey, Letty, um,
Yes.
I'm gonna collaborate with you on that part. How we have a segment of it, the HR department for the trade and skills centers will be dealing with the DOD and DOC to allow parolees and probationers to take courses there, and they'll be controlled by not controlled, but they'll be initiated into the program by going with schedule, timing. They'll sign in and sign out, you know what I'm saying? So, that is going to be a big part of, you know what I'm saying, getting these things going, because a lot of people coming out of those systems of jail and prison will be looking to have a start and have it set up.
I used to work with a program like that, called Hooks here in Nashville, and we also used to do where we get building, and we have like different companies come that will hire those who coming out into the
Yes.
prison to get them back started. You know, it was felony
Yeah.
friendly. We did all that. The company still is going. I just don't work with it no more because I started with jobs. But we did all that and help with housing. It was real nice. And it's actually
We need that for our
this is
community.
a friend
Right.
of mine's business. That's her thing. She's an Aboriginal, and she got it started because we were felonies, and she's real good at it. She goes to the prison. She goes out there and talks to them and let them know what she offers in her program. Because she was trying to get me to open up some halfway houses. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that, that's been in prison, they are a huge workforce. They are a huge workforce. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if we really understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you can get people thinking they're better, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But they are a huge workforce. And they are a big workforce as well. You know what I'm saying? You can
Indeed.
compare them, if you give them the opportunity and give them, they'll run circles around China. They'll run circles around India. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about a huge workforce, and we definitely, you know what I'm saying, we definitely have to be able to, be able to take that energy and take what they bring to the table, and give them that, that platform, or give them that letter where they can get higher. You know what I'm saying? And they can be the boss. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be the guy on the assembly line for 8 years to get a nickel raise.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
To
No,
get
bro,
that
you came out. We ain't trying to hear all that. We been through all that, bro. You ain't telling us nothing new. We seen it all. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do what you gotta do. You gonna hit this school, or you gonna take one of these courses, and you gonna be integrated in the circle, just like a person who never even jaywalked before. You gonna be right back
right.
in the loop. You see what I'm saying? So that's gonna be tricky, but that's definitely a workforce that I believe we don't take advantage of, and other people are taking advantage of that workforce. You because I got a cousin just got out of prison, and so he worked for this little restaurant guy, and the guy be paying him when he feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he'll front him. Sometimes he can go to his boss and be like, "Look, can I get a couple dollars? I want to do something," and then take it out of my next week check. So he do that sometimes, but sometimes when it's time to get his check, he be like, "Nah, I'm paying when he feel like it." So I'm not saying that happens all the time or anything,
Right.
but I know that do happen. A lot of advantage be taken, and you know, but that's a workforce that we need to tap into. Like that can be a hardcore workforce. If y'all
It
understand what I'm
really
saying,
is.
that's
It
that's a
really is.
mega. That's a major change.
I
yes,
started
you
off
can
too with
get
my brother.
grants.
Right.
You can get
Yeah,
grants to help them. So yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
Because I personally opened up 2 tattoo shops with 2 of my brothers. I mean, I never heard from them again. I didn't expect for them to ever pay me back at all. I wanted them to do better. And I wish I could have been able to do more for them because that's something our brothers and sisters need. Like Empress said, they have halfway houses. They don't have nowhere to go to start all over. So with hope, there can be change. You know what I mean? And with the hope and the change, there's growth and a more stable. Uh, we start to create better minds. We're breaking the chain of brokenness once we build and collect in this manner. For sure, for sure. Go ahead. I apologize, Empress.
You good. You good.
I want to collaborate on Ty. Ty, you right, that workforce is so necessary. And then you got, some guys coming out of prison and jail that still haven't obtained a GED, you know, a general education deficiency. So, you know what I'm saying, having a GED system, you know what I'm saying, the probationer or the paroler might say, hey, well, we're going to require you to get a GED, you know what I'm saying, and then we might stipulate cutting your parole time down or something, you know, so we might be a good leverage to help, you know what I'm saying, our brothers and sisters, because it's some sisters coming out of them systems too, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, we might have a internal homemade, you know, indigenous class where they can, you know, be around other sisters that is just enlightening them and giving them the confidence back, because, you know, not only is it just being a trade and skill center, it's about building our people back with confidence, because that's where we are weak at. We're weak with confidence, and we got to have confidence within each other and in self, you know.
See, our thing is we must work with the women that really the single and have these babies at home. You have to get a bond with the parents, try to, you know, get them out of the rut that they're in, because a lot of these young females, they don't cook no more. They don't
Exactly. That's what I said. I
and then
wanted
if you're spending time with them, and they're going back into the same situation when after they leave the program, you have to think it don't do them but go back to what it was before. It's not going to change nothing. We have to get in and have the parents a part of everything when it comes to these youth, because you got to change the parents' mindset in order to better the youth.
Exactly. We really do. We need that. That's what I was saying earlier. I know you wasn't here, but I was saying earlier that we have all these women walking around with open wounds and brokenness, and we need to create we need to create a place of reconstruction and healing and redirection, because us as women have been lost. And with us being lost, we're forever going to be in a loop of brokenness. We have to heal one another, because we are the trees that produce the fruit. And so without us having the nutrients that we need to give the nutrients to our fruit, we're not creating anything but more brokenness, and we need to find out how to stop that leak. So
first, you have to get out of a program here just 2 years ago. We was it was just me. It was a couple females and a couple of brothers that was concerned what was going on with all the crime here, and we was like meeting every Thursday. You know, going over doing stuff. We was doing fundraising, and we were doing stuff for the kids, and it was time for school to go back. So we was having like different companies going like to different stores. We wanted to donate like old uniforms that didn't get sold, you know, because like Target and places like that were like they donated. We had like different people that, you know, their kids and the stuff was still, you know, was useful to put on, you know, to donate. And we did a good drive, and we went out to one of the projects here and set up and we had books donated. It was real nice. But you know, the parents didn't come, the kids came. I said we had about 4 parents to come down to that thing, and the ones that came, you know, we so used to, when you say free stuff, these people was literally trying to take everything. They didn't care if the other kids wasn't getting nothing, and I was like, you know, wait a minute, you know, you take 2 outfits, you know, to start your kids off, but there's other kids that's coming. They was literally trying to take everything from all that. I was like, this is crazy.
That's where structure come in at.
Huh?
That's where structure come in at.
Yeah,
Structure come in at. You know,
and it was so, you know, it was,
send your child, bring your child.
Hey, sisters,
Send your child.
Excuse me for a
Bring your
minute.
child.
Excuse me for a minute. I want to take a little time to deal with something. Person that's a metallic maniac. need you to put your email address in the chat so we can have a talk, because you're bringing up a lot of things that we know about. Okay, you're not saying anything new, but put your email in the chat and we're going to have a conversation. All right, ladies, you can go ahead.
No problem. But you're right, Empress, because I remember I did 2 or 3. I worked on it for 6 months, me and my sisters. We created a group for single mothers called Family Cycle. And I would, we would go and coupon to death on tissue, toothbrushes. I had a wholesale license, so I would purchase like uniform pants and things of that nature. And there are times where people would just let that greed hit them and they overindulge in what is available to them, but they fail to realize it's available to the community. And I told the children, unless their parents are there, you can't come. You have to come with a grandparent. You have to come with someone. The only thing you can touch is is food, and I will bring you something for you. What's your size? So that's exactly why structure is needed, so that we can keep things available for everyone else and not just people being greedy. And yes, we can recycle. Even that is something we need to teach our women, is how to recolor, resew things together, how to renew and revive. Not just our women, our men too, because I see men out here redecorating old sneakers and jeans like no tomorrow, and that is a beautiful art and talent right there, and we need to continue to do so to keep each other balanced. Am I still here?
Yes, you still here, sis, and that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yes, you are.
My screen went clear. I apologize. That's why I said that. My screen went blank.
Good. You good. But just to say a little something on that, that's a great idea. It's a lot that we could do that we have stopped doing as far as, creating things. And we definitely need to have we have an avenue for that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, create handbags or belts or shoes or whatever, there's an avenue for that, and people need to get back to being that creative now, because we can definitely help out with that.
That's the way we would come up. If you can trade with other people's trade, that you have something that I want, I have something that you want. Instead of going outside and dealing with these people, the only reason why they deal with you because it's something that they want from you, and that's that debt note. Other than that, these people wouldn't even look our way. But we the one keep the economy upright. We the one supports this economy, because they'll go to a thrift store in a heartbeat while we over here paying $200 and $300-$400 for a pair of tennis shoes. They fine with a $20-$30 pair of tennis shoes.
But Empress, what about the ones that are offering service and charging instead of bartering and wanting fiat? Some of us they don't acknowledge bartering.
Right.
They ain't been taught that. They don't know. They don't know that this is a debt note. They don't
let me answer.
They hear from us. It's like we're lying. We don't know what we're talking about. See, that's the programming our people up under. They're taught that those who tell you that look like you is lying, and not to trust your own. You're taught to the person that they in school, their system. Who you see all the time when you're in the school system. You see those who look like them. So that's who you're taught to trust. Those who look like them, not those who look like you.
Let me just say this, right? That we have to understand that there's a difference between business and bartering. They are not the same thing, right? And we have to really keep that in mind, because business is for matrix, right? Bartering is for the community.
Correct.
Outside of the matrix. So we have to understand that you can't mix the two together because it's not going to mix. You understand? So let's just be clear about that. When we talk about bartering with each other, that is outside of the matrix. That has nothing to do with business. So that's why you're gonna, meet some resistance when it comes down to that.
So can I ask a question at that point? So with that being said, dealing with each other, since we're building this community, should we be getting feedlot and bartering like a mixture? Should we break it up, or should we bottle and do that and don't mix that feedlot with that?
Well, the thing is that, first of all, we have to understand the difference, right? And once we understand the difference, then we can do it accordingly. So if, say, for an example, you understand the difference between the two and I understand the difference between the two, now we can come to an agreement. So if you want to barter something, then we can barter something. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't interfere with, like, if I was having a business and you're trying to barter from my business. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be two separate things. But yeah, we have to have that understanding first of what it actually is. Then we can have an agreement. Yes.
Yes, and also I was going to bring up an example of something that just happened. We know that I do herbal, and I sell herbs. I capsule them. I break them down. I capsule them, and then things like that. But when one of my sisters came to me and was asked, did I mind seed swapping and herbal swapping? We can even find out how we can use, if we are able, because not everyone's going to be, open to doing so. But if your business is something that can be utilized throughout the community, that should be figured out as well. Because I am swapping seeds with someone. She sent money for me to ship these things out to her, but I'm giving her room to grow for her garden out where she is. So I'm not just giving her what she requested. I'm asking her what she doesn't have that I feel that I could give to her as well, based off of her trading of what she requested. So we do have to figure out what we are willing to do. We have to figure it out.
That's a real good community building. Thank you, lady.
Right. We just have to understand that everything is not done that way, because that's a like for like thing. And sometimes people have unlike things, and if they don't understand the difference between the two, then they may not be willing to do that. And it's going to be based on how much it costs that person to actually do it. So it's a lot of different factors involved, but it's just basically having an understanding that, okay, even though I do this as a business for the matrix, that we can still work out an agreement to barter as well.
Right.
But that's just based on having that understanding. So there shouldn't be a problem
Right.
with that. You know
That's
what I
why
mean?
I said we need to get that understanding of what we can or what we are willing to do when it comes to bartering from business or just from what we have in everyday life. We have to have an understanding and accept the yes and no's. I mean, some people are going to say yes and some people are going to say no, and that should not create a conflict. That should be understood that someone has a different, input on what they want to do with their belongings. So we have to understand that, because I also do jewelry, but when I do jewelry, I do it based off of how I feel I should be placing that healing upon that person. I don't require anything of it. I just ask for their address and send it to them. So we have to know what we are willing to do. But other than that, that is a business. I sell those. I don't just give them away off of nothing. So you know what I mean? Like, we have to know what we are willing to
Right. But
accept as barter.
and what I'm saying is that you can still like have a business and you can still barter things that you use in your business, but you have to be able to know the difference between the two systems. That's all I'm saying, because they're two different value systems, and the matrix have its own values, and you know, as a community you have your values, and
I dig what you're saying. A way of weighing out the values to make it down.
Right. And they're
Okay,
going to be different. Right. So.
Right. So, man, who wants to create the barter system? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But see, the thing is, you know, once we're able to, I mean, see, people have to understand this.
Don't be kidding. I had to get here. Don't be kidding. Don't be kidding.
I'm serious, but I'm joking. I'm serious, but joking.
On your plate, but don't be playing. You and legal something like that.
No,
don't be playing. Y'all collaborate. Get it done. Come on.
I'm being serious, but I'm joking. Like the way I threw it out there.
I'll be joking. You know what I believe about it. If you think it's gotta be you, boo.
We gotta make it. We gotta make it so that it's a real system, is what I'm saying. Like, even though I was joking in how I said it, it's not a joke in knowing that we have to place real value. We have to do equal value. We can't be cheapskating each other. We have to really, genuinely, you know, barter at an equal value. You know what I mean? And be realistic.
Yeah, but see, now this is why bartering is complicated, right? This is why it is complicated. Because if you're trading unlike things, that's what makes it a little complicated. Now, if you exchanging like goods, then it's easy to deal with, right? Because one is like the other, and one has the same pretty much value as the other.
Right, same value, right?
What it costs you, right? But you know, when you're dealing with unlike objects, you know, then you know that's a little different to deal with. But you know, it depends on how strong your connections are as a community. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the willing part, right?
Yeah, but not only that, it's based on material, right? What is your access to the material, and how much does that access cost you anything? Because when people used to barter, they didn't necessarily barter things they bought. They bartered things that they made from the land. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a little different, right? So, you know, we have, it's a lot of different factors that you got to keep in mind. So it sounds easy, but when it comes to, you know, something costing you money, then that's why it doesn't make a great mix, right? But you know, it's something that can be worked out. It's something that can be.
Yeah, it can be. It's difficult according to the mindset of the people who's doing the bartering. You can make it make sense, period. I mean, regardless of what it is, because we all have special gifts. Let's say, for instance, I need one of you brothers to come do a install, a solar panel install or something. Okay, that's a huge, you know, if I don't have the income on the matrix side, y'all got to tell them, we got to figure out something that I am able to do to match up that value for however many months or whatever. I have to throw something that difficult put out there.
No. That is a great example, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So let me break this down to you. Now, if we have people that are skilled in the community, right, and we have a sister that that has the material, that bought the material needed, right? You bought all the necessary material, and you just needed some people to help you install it and the like, right?
Right.
Now that should not be looked at as part of the matrix. That
It
should be looked
shouldn't.
at. That should be looked at as community based, right? Which means
Correct.
that okay, if you give us a meal and you feed us, then we will do what you need to have done. You understand? That should be, you shouldn't have to put out no more than that, than a meal or something like that, or
Great
you know,
hospitality. Right.
give somebody a basket. You give us basket of fruit or what, vegetables or whatever. That should be the only cost that should have for you. You should not have to come up with any money to pay your brothers for doing that. That is community.
There you go.
I agree, but some will tell you that's right.
Yeah, you got to be like that. I charge you $2,000 for installation. You be like, really, brother? You my brother,
That's
or
what
you
I'm
my
saying.
enemy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why we got to have the same heart. We got to have the same heart, the same mind, same spirit. That we know that's the only way we're gonna build and recover from where we are now.
Correct.
Look,
Correct. I totally agree.
But we also got to understand
Let
that
me-
we got, you know what I'm saying, we got heavy competition. We are competing. We are in a competing
Hold
world.
up. Let me make this clear. Before you say so, hold up, Ty, before you go into that, let me make this absolutely clear. Right? This is why I do not like mixing the matrix with community. This is the reason, right? Okay. Now here's the thing. That should not cost you anything for your brothers to come and do that for you. That should not cost you anything. But like I say, maybe you can give them some food, prepare dinner for them, you know what I'm saying, or lunch or whatever, while they're working, you know what I'm saying? Feed them, give them some, some water or whatever the case may be. And that should suffice, because that is community building, right? That is community building. Now, you do not mix the matrix with that. So you should not have to come out and exchange money for that. Okay? Because if you do that, then that is bringing the matrix into the community. And that's something that we should not be doing. That's just my personal opinion. Now, everybody can have their own opinion.
I fully agree. Like, even though not everyone sees that way, I completely agree. When it comes to building us to be stronger, that's what we need to do. That's why I was just bringing up what I did with the bartering, because I felt like she sent me money to purchase more seeds, but I'm going to send her seeds that she can ground and keep forever. That's part of community building. Even though she gave me money, I'm going to actually set her up community-wise. And then I sent her book information for things she already have to utilize what she already has in her community and her possession to make, to build her foundation a little bit stronger. We have to know what is community and what is business. When it comes to building for our people, we should not put a unaffordable and unreasonable price on their head. We need to know what the balance and how to balance those things. That's why I said, just joking, Mama Chief. I didn't want it to get this serious and deter us from what we're trying to do.
We have to be serious. This is our This is our
Well,
legacy.
well, I do that a lot too.
We bring the heat, baby. Bring the heat. Bring the heat.
Yep, I do that a lot too. You know what I'm saying? But we do got to understand we in a competitive world. You know what I'm saying? We're competing for our our community also globally, not just nationally and community. We also trying to in a sense of global competition. You know what I'm saying? And
But like
so when the brother, you know what I'm saying, when the brother have choices, you know what I'm saying, we can't, you know what I'm saying, we can't knock them down for those choices because bartering is an individual thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, but
Because
that's not
I
what.
do, but because I do that. You see what I'm saying? I
Right.
get a person, I do phones. I say, oh man, you come on my line, I fix your phone. You see what I'm saying? So I do that, but I can't go around and say, well, you brother, if you don't barter with me, then you some kind of sellout or you some kind of coon. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that because he has competition and I has competition. He might want to barter with
Yeah,
me sometimes for my phone, and I'm like, man, I got somebody in St. Paul that's finna give me $300 for that phone, and you know what I'm saying. And so now I gotta make a decision. I'm gonna take that $300 or I'm gonna go ahead and let this dude fix up my, do my line when I can do, you know what I'm saying. So it's an individual thing. But what we do with ourselves, it's nobody business. You know what I'm saying. What me and Libra Son do, me and Libra Son go bartering. That's us. You know what I'm saying. And how we do our community. But like Libra Son said, when we dealing with the Matrix, you know what I'm saying, which is pretty much the competition, which is pretty much a competitor. We have to uh you know what I'm saying. We have to act accordingly. But I just want to stress the fact that we are competing globally. You know what I'm saying, as well. So everything we do, we want to see ourselves globally positioning ourselves, not only community, not only in our blocks, not only in people's town, but a global position. You see what I'm saying? And so that'll help us, with lots of decisions as well. But one thing I want to talk about before I get out of here, I'm gonna head out for a day. Is one thing America is known for, in the international community, is that we buy dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's pretty much what we're named for. We're known for the dumb people that buy stupid shit. And so right now I'm going to bring up some. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. I'm going to make it so you can see my screen. What this is right here is you're looking at keychains. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb ass keychains. We buy them and we buy stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And we known for buy stupid shit. And not saying we're the only one, but they're making tons of money by dumb stupid shit. And so now right this August now, right in the next couple weeks, you know what I'm saying, in the international community and in the manufacturing world, we finna start getting ready for America's Christmas, for you guys' Christmas. And so we're gonna make, you know what I'm saying, so a lot of us gonna make a whole lot of money selling a whole bunch of dumbass shit to y'all in Christmas, and everybody get to go around and feel good, and everybody else get to walk away with the money. So we definitely gonna have to
Let you
deal.
get away with that.
Right, but we definitely
Right,
gonna
trying to throw Christmas on everybody. I heard that. I was
Let you get away
offended.
with that.
No, but hold on,
I was
but
offended.
I ain't making my point yet. I ain't making my point. I just want to make my point because my point is that we have to stop bad stupid shit because people are making millions and millions of dollars off stupid shit that we buy. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a type of person who got like 30,000 keychains that you bought, because I know sometimes we get them as gifts. You know what I'm saying? And people just buy in. We go to France and shit like that. I understand souvenirs and things like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Stupid shit like that, people are making millions and millions of dollars off of us. You see what I'm saying? And so I feel like let's give them stupid shit. Let's be the ones
Yeah.
doing the stupid shit and giving it to them. So let's give us some dumbass chain
Right.
factories and get ready for Christmas and buy all these dumbass toys that don't make it to the following month. You know what I'm saying? Because they be broken or lost or whatever. It's it's time for us to join this arena as well. And instead of buying the stupid shit, let's start selling some of this stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the point that I was trying to make, because we are known over here in our country for buying stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking sex toys and
They
shit.
are.
Just I mean, we
Yes,
just
they
we buy
Well,
some dumb shit.
that's
I
a
can't say
that's an excellent point, Ty.
certainly
Because
are.
see, and what we're talking about here, y'all, is that we want to stop being the buyers and start being the sellers.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're
Indeed.
selling to the matrix, not to each other.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So
that.
so this is what we want. That's why I always try to stress degrees of separation when it comes down to how you operate, you know, as an external function and an internal function, right? So we know internally that means community. Externally, that means the matrix, okay, and everybody else involved in it. So, like Ty said, we need to start doing that. We need to start being the ones that's selling and not buying, because we could actually make things for each other when it comes down to just making things and bartering. I mean, we can do that amongst each other. We
Yep.
don't have to buy,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So we want to sell to the matrix. That's what it's about.
Right. And that's what I was saying earlier, that I make things and do it on my own. I don't expect to charge anybody, when I ask them, hey, I got bracelets I want to make. What's going on with you? And I make it and I send it to that person myself, versus the ones that I sell to make online. You know what I mean? You can create a revenue if you want to use, if you know that there's people in the community that want things, or that you do business wise, do some for the community and do some for business. Know what
Right,
you are able to do.
right, right. It's just having that understanding. Like I said, if the person that you're dealing with now, they understand that you had to pay for the material, and that is part of the matrix, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can decide to do that, and if the person wants to do business with you, then that's a decision that person can make. But it's just a matter of not mixing the two together, because they're two different value systems.
Correct. And knowing what, and then respecting yes and no.
Right.
Because not everybody's not going to be on it. Even though we should be, we have to respect that some people are not. Period.
Right. And that's what Ty was. That's
Right.
what Ty was saying.
Right.
Right.
Some people ain't
So
going, and we don't want them to feel. We don't want them to feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because we got lots of options these days, and especially it's gonna be hard for our children, because our children's gonna have a choice. Our children gonna have a choice. Okay, well, is I'm gonna go to the Matrix and go to the club, or
See,
I'm gonna go to People's Town and get me a degree and follow their directions. So it's gonna be harder for them, but I think it'll be okay.
see, the problem with our people is they are so critical when it comes to different things. They want all the fancy, and if you ain't dressing fancy, then they pointing and laughing like, she got that cheap ass shit. That's the type of shit mindset that the Matrix has built for our people. If you ain't buying over here in this big store, they got all, they tell you it costs $200 because what they sell it to, they ain't paying nothing but 10 cents for it. And that's how they make their revenue, by upping it up to $200 and $300. But see, our people don't know that because they ain't never been taught this. So when they see you with something on, and It's a knockoff. Really? No, the
Well,
price is $30, but you spent $200.
Right. But you know that's the matrix for you. So the thing
Yep.
is that we understand that the people in the matrix are not adult thinkers, right? We
Nope.
understand that they think like children, so we have to really, treat them accordingly. Like we have to understand that the government treats them like children, so
Yep.
they act like children, so you have to treat them like children. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
that's
tell you,
just a
like,
fact.
a prime example. Me and my daughter went shopping.
Yup.
She just had to have them $200 Air Max. She was like, "Mama, you want some?" I said, "Give me that $200. I'm gonna show you what I can do with that $200. She gave me that $200. I went on DH Gate and bought me 5 pair of fucking damn Air Max. 5 pairs. She had one.
DH
I
Gates.
said,
Oh,
"Girl, I
you
wasn't
shop
finna
on
spend
DH
all that
Gates.
money for that."
Exactly,
Oh,
The same
exactly.
shoe.
that's
We had the
international.
same shoe.
Auntie, that's
Right.
international. We be on
And
that.
that's why I purchase
We
wholesale.
sell
I
stuff
used
on
to
there.
tell my sisters all the time, why are y'all doing all this miscellaneous spending at Walmart for school clothes and supplies when y'all know I got a wholesale license? Come together, y'all come and meet with me certain times and we'll make this order together. It
Yup.
don't make sense to
Yup.
go out
That's
there
yup.
and do it like that when we can come and do it together. Every time I have good news and people tell me, "Oh, I just spent $67 to go get this and that, and I got to make 300 more to get the rest of it done." I'd be like, "Did you try this? Did you try that?" Because people fail to realize, like JC Sales. I don't know if I ever said that to y'all before, but JC Sales, uh, they have a lot of anybody can sign up on that website. It's a wholesale distributor, and anybody can sign up on that website and start creating things and purchasing things for themselves off of that website. You know what I'm saying? And if you're make less money than I do, $800 a month, get with somebody that don't mind, putting things together with you. That's what we're supposed to do, is help each other. So we need to figure out how to make that happen. And that's a great example, Empress, to take your $200 and get multiples instead of going for the one.
Yup. She got a
and
whole
thank you for
week
sharing
worth.
that side, lady. Thank you for sharing that side, lady.
Yep. You're welcome. I try to tell them about DHA, but people think, "Oh, you gotta wait for the shoe to come and all that." Well, whatever. I
Excuse
still
me.
ain't finna pay no $200 damn dollars for some shoes that they made in the factory for $10.
The same factory you got yours from.
Exactly.
That's
Excuse
right.
me. Hey y'all. And then on top of that, Letty and Noya, chief ladies. Now, okay, some people don't mind the idea of hand sewn things. I could do something with that, and then I do have a sewing machine that I need to make use of properly. Yeah. So there's a thought for you.
No problem. We all need to be able to do that and come together and see like that. She got a sewing machine. If somebody's in her area, she not only is willing to sew things up, she might be able to lend that to you for you to do for yourself and your family. Not
I
lend it
wouldn't
like
mind.
outside of her home, but things like that. We need to be able to do things like that. We really do. That's part of community
So,
building. This is what I be talking
my
about.
suggestion, too, if you can sew a thing, you can make a shirt, a skirt, you can make stuff. If you can sew, I sew a little bit. I'm not as good as my grandma, grandmother and my aunties, but I do a little sewing. But I bought my granddaughter. My great granddaughter. She's 6. I bought her own sewing machine with a real needle in it. So I plan to teach her, and I plan to have sewing classes for those who want to know. So we can start our industry of making our own clothes. We have
That's
to be
a
able to
fact.
make our own household clothes for our lineage. We
That's a
are
fact.
doing well.
That's
We're
a
not
fact, man.
spending it. We're
That's a fact.
creating it.
Let,
Right.
let me
That
let me
was
tell you
grandma.
let me tell you what I did, right? I got 2 daughters, right? And my oldest girl, she's like 30, right? Um, and I was trying to figure out what to get her for her birthday. What I end up doing, because I had some pieces of leather, right? So what I end up doing is making her a handbag, and I hand sewed it myself, right? Um, Made her a nice little gift off of materials that I already had. Um, End up didn't even spend any money, right? And the gift meant so much more because I made it. You see what I'm saying? So that gave it
Correct.
even more value. But you can do. I did that for my youngest daughter too. When her birthday came around, I made her a handbag. You know what I'm saying? Sold it by hand or whatever the case may be. But you know, we can do these things, and
Right.
you know,
It was a tradition. They would be looking, man, I wonder what daddy gonna make me this year. You
Right.
see?
I hand
It
sewn
becomes something they
dresses.
look forward to, you know?
yeah.
That's all.
I hand sewed the dresses for my children and my nieces. So yeah, most definitely.
Right. I mean, these things can be done. It's not like it's not rocket science. It's not hard to do. You just have to put your mind to it. Um, even if, like, say, like, even let's say, for an example, if you don't know how to sew leather, then somebody can show you how to do it. And then once you learn how to do it, then you can even teach your kids how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody, any relative or relative. Um, you know, and um, or you know, or anyone in your community, you know what I'm saying? That wants to do that or wants to learn how to do that, we can do things like that. That's what we need to come together and start doing, you know. Um, and you can create industry off of that. You
Yeah,
got
I remember when we was in school, they had home economics for all that. Hell
man,
no.
these
Right. Used
Europeans,
to.
you know who's doing the jobs we used to do? These Europeans.
Oh
They
yeah, yeah, yeah.
are,
That's why they're trying to make like to the world that they the one that invented everything
man,
because
they
they
making
took
a
all
killing.
your talent and
They making
mimicked
a
it and
killing
made it for
off our
themselves.
stuff. They making a killing off of handmade goods. Making a
Yep,
killing off this stuff. You know what I'm
because
saying?
our ancestors believed in canning foods and stuff for the one. They didn't know none of this.
They're taking
None of
out
this.
trades that our ancestors used to do, like make shoes. Our
Yep,
ancestors used to make moccasins and stuff like that. They making a
yep.
killing off these things. Our ancestors used to make you know, those little bags and all, you know, leather bags and all that. They making a killing off of these things, sewing these things
Facts.
either on the sewing machine or by hand. They making a killing, and we could be doing the same things, taking our trades back, taking our artisan trades back, and a lot of our people are doing it, but they don't look at it in the same way, you know, because they don't even, first of all, they don't even know who they are, and they don't know the power of who they are. But we need to get back to it. It's not difficult. It's not difficult.
Not difficult. And one thing we do, this is a beautiful conversation. I'm so glad that today we were able to touch base on a little bit of everything. And that is how we build structure. We need to talk about how to take care of one another in every aspect. We talked about healing with the body, the mind, the spirit, the soul, and also the external taking care of one another and holding a foundation. And that is exactly what we need to stay all about and focus on. Empress. Oh, damn it. I apologize. I forgot what I asked you.
What'd you say?
I forgot what I was going to ask you. I lost it. I was waiting for everybody for so long. I forgot.
It's okay. It'll come back to you. I do it all the time. Man, just go straight blank.
Yeah, see, yeah, we've been putting in work all week. You know what I'm saying? When we online, it's just like, we do our stuff online. It's a little kickback thing. You know what I'm saying? But the real work, we be doing in the back chat. We be making phone calls. You know what I'm saying? So we be doing a lot more than we talk about. That's why every other week there's something new coming up, and we got this new project and stuff. It might seem like it's some spontaneous little event or something, but we be back here. You know what I'm saying? A lot, and that's why we just want to lay our head down this week. This weekend, because we've been back here. Conversating, doing all types of stuff. I had documents that need to get read and proofread. We working on things at the Lakeisha app. We working on Project Tomahawk. You know what I'm saying? And we all got our little own personal stuff as well that we doing. You know what I'm saying? We going, people's town got things need, things going in, coming out. And then the brother Yahshua, you know what I'm saying, he's dropping this little information. So we do a lot of stuff in the back chat, and a lot of people in the back chat some of them don't even come on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we encourage people to, if you feel that you can be some assistance, or you can definitely you can start by just downloading the decoration or hopping on the panel, and being integrated into the work that we're doing, and we all know if we want to bring these numbers up, and we want to become popular YouTubers, we already know that formula. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We know what I'm saying? We got one of the, you know what I'm saying? Dan Calloway got hundreds of YouTube, thousands of, maybe millions of YouTubers. If we wanted to, we could just go, babe, man, what's the formula, what we need? But that's not what we trying to do. You see what I'm saying? We just trying to, some stuff hit certain people. Some energy hitting certain people. Some Libra sun said hit somebody. Some Nas said, some Chief said, something Empress said. So we all hit certain points with certain people, and we can just work with those little 1x1 people, little 4x4 people, you know what I'm saying, instead of all these people with all this different shit going on. But I did want to say that, you know what I'm saying, we also need to get back, we need to get power back to our elders as well. And the reason why I say that is because when I look at a lot of other cultures, even in some of the African cultures, some of the Asian cultures, and even some of the European countries, I noticed that the status of their elders, they have a higher status, than I can say our culture, and from what I see, and I feel like putting that element back in our culture, I feel like that's aligning us up in the in a good direction. You know what I'm saying? It's lining us up in a good direction, because we, I mean, I mean,
Yeah,
We
we
tell
have them.
you,
We have them.
you don't see it in our culture because of how they stepped in and started manipulating our kids with this bullshit.
Right,
yeah,
right.
and
Because
then a
they
lot of
knew,
times,
And
they
taking
knew,
authority away from our
yeah,
household. and making our children become animalistic.
Yeah, because they're the animals. See, they prefer the period.
And a
Yeah,
lot of times you'll see you'll see the elders being put in a nursing home because they've gotten sick beyond help, and then nobody else is really trying to, two people is trying to help one person, it's no, or even more than that. You don't see that.
well, with her bringing that in, I was going to talk about it earlier. That's one other program that Cherokee is implementing in the people
I'm so
area,
glad.
and we're going to work with our elders to be sure that they don't be put in homes, that they can stay in their homes that they've had their mom and stuff, and we will create the program to assist them in home. And I'll let Cherokee go on with some of her plans with that. But that would be one of the programs implemented in the trade school as well.
That's one of the brilliant things, definitely.
And also, I want to go back to Ty. I'm glad you still here, Ty, because you was going to leave, and I put this in the back chat. The whole cell on those body cams. We need to get these body cams. They have some crosses, which are my favorite. Is only a T, y'all. It's only a T. A tab or Hebrew lettering, and then they have the lapel. They have the hat. And I was thinking, maybe we could do them wholesale as well of some sort. Because we need those body cams. Ty, Libra, Sun, and I am me. I need for y'all to let us know how we can work on having our own body cams or whatever, so that our people can get them accessibly, because nobody is still talking about it. I'm not going to forget.
We already.
Reach your phone, baby girl.
We already got something for that. We already got
Rachel.
something for that. That's part of the Lakeisha network. You know what I'm saying? To protect our children and coming up with those type of devices. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm not talking about protecting the children, Ty. Remember a month or so ago, I told you about the body cam for us as individuals.
Yeah, but I wasn't finished.
Hit the street.
Yeah, but I wasn't finished. I was going to explain it. I was still saying it's done in the name of protecting our children, but it can be used for different things. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to making those type of equipment, you know what I'm saying? Different types of equipments that we can put on our bodies that can record sound.
We definitely got to
like
get that going on extremely soon.
Hold on. We got a lot of people talk. Hold on 1 second. We got.
Oh jeez.
Oh, go ahead. Well, yeah. So we definitely got that. We definitely got that put in place. So that ain't been forgotten or nothing. It's just we
people are still dying in the streets
to all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Put in place, and so the body.
Our people are still dying in the streets.
Yeah.
We know that, but you still have to get it implemented. You have to go through the steps in order to add these body cams, because you have to know how to hook them up. What device?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
we need
have
our own
to
server.
Yeah, it's steps that you have to go through.
Right. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's
implementing mine, but I've been using my cell phone. When I go and I went and did certain paperwork, I documented for my lineage to see. I'm not, I understand what Chief's saying, but I did it with my cell phone so I could have something to show my lineage of the steps and the process that I went through to make us or change our situation.
Good job. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what I mean.
And we always need more backups than just our phones. When we create things like that, for instance, Cherokee, since you made that, now send it to yourself on an email, put it on your computer put it on a flash drive, so that when something happens to one device, or however, that we have it in multiple forms. We have to make sure we cover our backs, because there's all types of, for lack of better words, fuckery that goes on with our documents and our information when we're trying to build. There's sometimes, I'm not going to say all the time, but it seems like more so than we would like, there's something that's trying to prevent us from that growth. So we need to make sure we have our own backs, and duplicating any footage that we have or paperwork that we have, and creating a hard copy in multiple forms.
Absolutely, Letty. Thank you.
That's a fact. Now, and see, and this is the reason that the Declaration was created, right? Because, as long as they have us on this individual basis, and they got us doing everything as an individual, because this is their plan from day one, right?
Yeah.
Their plan from day one, and as a matter of fact, it was a video that the brother Aboriginal Mac did, that and I've said this plenty of times before about divide and conquer, the real way that they actually implemented it, right? And it showed where they tried to take people out of tribes, make them individuals on a reservation. This is why they gave them a reservation, so that they can make individuals out of them, right? So we gotta always, and this is the thing that always bugged me in Chief and Ty, is the fact they continue to, whatever we try to do, even when we try to, claim our heritage or whatever, they still try to make it an individual thing when it's not, right? And this is why the Declaration was created, because it's to speak for all of us. This is the reason that I created it, to speak for everyone.
Because you know what? When we go and fill out those papers, like joining a nation or whatever, why is it just once one family member fill it out, that should include their whole clan?
Thank you. There's there's harmony and unity. That is so very real.
It don't take number one person to tell them, okay, this is mine, and so on. You know who this child is, and all that means that's included my whole clan, not just me.
Exactly.
Facts.
Because how in the world are you going to have your papers but your child doesn't? Like, that's crazy.
Thank you.
Like saying, okay, I'm an Indian, but my child is not. Like, that's
exactly.
So this is my whole thing about busting this wide open, because we have to come to them as saying, look, the game is up. Like, we ain't no individual African American black people, okay? We're not no individual U.S. citizens, okay? We are the Aboriginals of this land, and all of us, that's what we are. Right. All of our people. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. The jig is up. That's right.
The jig is up, and that's the whole point, because they keep getting us with this individual bullshit, and the shit drives me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to say that that's how it has to be? Who's to say that? And I get tired of hearing people say, well, that's something you have to do for yourself. Hell no. That ain't something we have to do for ourselves. Who said that? You understand what I'm saying?
That's why I got upset.
No, we need to be a collective. We need to collect ourselves, man. We can't do nothing individually. It's going to be, that's why I say, when I said that, I said the fact that we got to be about doing and correcting our status individually, because you can't go and correct everybody's status for them. Now, that is a total different thing than us standing in a declaration, one for all for one, and that's it.
Right. That's all I'm saying, because
leading to that. And that's why everybody Oh, yes.
Because as long as it's not in the public view, then that's how they get away with it. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking
Right.
about bringing it to the masses, so it be in the public view. So they're gonna have to answer to it in the public. Ain't gonna be no. I'm gonna talk to you privately about your matter. No, it ain't gonna be that. It's gonna be like
That's how they doing. That's how they doing all these people that signed on dotted line in Hollywood. They know who they are, but they can't tell who they are because they're doing it as an individual thing.
right.
Right.
This is
But
this is what this is divide and conquer. This is the real divide and conquer. All that old other bullshit people be talking about divide and conquer. That's bullshit. This is the real thing. When they make you an individual, this is what this divide and conquer really is. Because they take your power away from you as an
And
individual.
that's why I mentioned in the last call that I was on, I apologize, I know I've been gone a while, that if your household is not together, but you claim that you got your self together, your paperwork, your everything, then how can we take any heed from you when you didn't make sure your wife or husband, woman, child, children, mother, grandmother, I mean, you can't speak for everyone, but for the ones that you can speak for, how can we respect you if you're not trying to make sure you are all the way together within your own space currently? We do need to make sure, because the vision starts in the home. Before it starts in the community, it starts in the home, because you got to break the home apart before you break the community apart. And that's what they done. And this is what they continue to do. And we have to start somewhere. And I believe that somewhere starts with home and then community.
Absolutely. You're not the first person who has said this on a different topic, frame, whatever you want to call it. You're not the only one who said that. And when that actually happens, that'll be to the betterment of everyone.
Well, may I ask, has the declaration been sent to any of these fake government officials?
Nope.
We need to. Well,
Why? Hello?
I can see. I can make a suggestion to why possibly. There can be a possibility that we don't send it to them for the fact that we're protecting the rest of us. But at the same time,
they still need to be put on notice.
Yeah, like at the same time, I feel like we can't protect each other if they're not aware that this is who we are and this is what we stand for and this is what we stand on, because we have a treaty between them. They need to know that we already have.
They're aware, ladies. They are aware. They're aware. We got to let them know we're aware.
That's what I'm saying. We need to let them know that we are aware and we are here. We are not just, we're not going to just walk on by and not just allow you to delegate us, and we're not going to just redelegate ourselves, but this is what we're doing. Acknowledge us and respect us and know that there's more to come. We need to make that statement.
That is the first statement to let them know that it's us and it's others, that we're all coming. So when we come, we don't want any type of issue because we already know.
Now here's the thing, right? The thing is this, that as long as it's out in the public, then you're creating a track record, right? So it's not something that just happened last night. You understand what I'm saying? So the longer it stays out in the ether, then you can say, well, how long have this been in effect? You understand what I'm saying? And the longer, the better, right? In a sense. So it's not anything wrong with it just because it's out there and we talk about it. So we make public notice of it, right? And the longer that takes place, because you want to at least do it for, you know, it got to be more than 30 days. You understand what I'm saying? So, and not only that though, you also, you know, want to build support for it on the back end, right? So, because you just don't want to be 10 people out of 100 million, you know what I'm saying? But not
Wouldn't that
saying
be leading the way for the others as they come?
yes, that's
Can
going to happen.
I weigh
That's
in?
going to happen. But
Can I weigh
here's the
in?
thing. Here's the thing, right? How many people do we have in our community that listen to us on a daily basis, right? We got to have like several hundred people or whatever, right? First of all, if you speak to every one of them, I guarantee you that every one of them have not even downloaded the declaration.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, you have to be able to have something cohesive in your own community, at least to show support for your own community. And if your own community can't support it, then you're going to have hell on your hands, even if you take it to those rightful people, because you can't even get people in your community to support it.
That's true. That's true.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
statement.
Yeah.
So it all,
Can I weigh in on that?
right now, for the people that know how to use it, they can use it at any time, right? Mama Chief, you know how to use it, and everybody else on the panel know how to use it. You can use it at any time, right? But you know, for the community at large, they need to get their goddamn heads together and learn how to support themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because this declaration is for them, and they can't even acknowledge it and support for themselves. Goddamn, I don't know what's going to help.
Our people, they don't know that the Matrix exists. They just believe that was a movie. They don't understand.
A lot of
movie
people believe
based off
that.
Yeah, it's fact. But listen, this is how I'm gonna implement it. As I said, I'm gonna implement the whole booklet of all the decorations. That one's gonna be on top, you know, as well as some names of people who have acknowledged that they are Aborigines. So I'm finna do what I did with when I gave them a constructive notice. I put them on notice and gave them a notice, and I took it down and I filed it in the federal court bill. That's exactly what I'm gonna do with this declaration. I'm gonna put it on record. Now, in that government system, they be saying notice to one is notice to all. So it will be put on record in the federal courts of Georgia that we have declared that we are here and not dead. That declaration will be filed. I will go and pay myself to file it. And it will be in the hand of the governors, the mayors, and all that's in Atlanta, Georgia, if I got anything to do with it. And made you to fail to keep contact and make sure that I have that meeting with her who has all the documents. She's no longer there. I knew she failed us. She had to be gone. I relinquished the mind.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick. I want to go in on something. With kind of what Libra was talking about. Now sometimes when we come out here, you know what I'm saying, we be a little frustrated. You know, sometimes the frustration can come from, you know, being, us being sad. Sometimes the frustration could come from, being disappointed. What I'm saying, because you already know we run like a corporation, and so you already know we collect the data, and so that's what we finna go through. I'm finna go through some of the data, and so when we look at the decoration, how many people downloading the decoration, and how many people supporting, we know this stuff. You see what I'm saying? We know this stuff, and so and when we out here, we working, we working. You see what I'm saying? We have jobs, some, wives, we have all types of stuff going on, but we still manage a way to pull out a declaration. We still manage a way to pull out a way of, the Lakeisha app, and the way we can communicate. We still pull out a way to pull out, what I'm saying, Tribe of that app, and not to mention all the other things and the individual things that people contribute. We still pull out that way. And so when our people look at us as if, or they treat us in the manner of, what you're doing is not it's not efficient, it's not, it's not good enough, it doesn't represent, it does, what I'm saying, it gets, it's a little frustrating. You see what I'm saying? Because we're taking away, and all that sacrifice, where people talk about sacrificing and throwing away the dollar. Well, shit, motherfucker, a Libra son just threw away probably a week. And you know what I'm saying? And so if we can't even back him up on his week, let alone, throw away the whole entire system in one night or something. So this kind of go with that a little bit as well. So when we look up the analytics, you know what I'm saying, we can see how many people we can see how many people we dealing with. We can see how many people, downloading the decoration. We can see how many people clicking in, clicking out. We can see where they at. We can see how long they be. We can see all that stuff. Okay, this is what the Matrix is about. You remember in the movie The Matrix, they was looking at that code. Okay, in the Matrix, they was looking at a green screen with words coming up. That's what I do. I read that. You see what I'm saying? And I'm finna read some of that to you, and this is telling me some of the stuff that's going on out there. And then I make decisions based on what the data says. You see what I'm saying? So, but we do have some support, but we got a whole lot of looking ass people, and we just wish them whole lot of looking ass people would just leave us alone, or get real and help. You see what I'm saying? And that's nothing wrong if you want to come over here, see what we doing, and next thing you know, you popping up with your own little version and shit. That's cool too. Okay? That's cool too. But don't try to shit on us while in the process though. But that's cool. We don't mind that, because one day, when you got yours and we got us, we can meet at the table. You see what I'm saying? So as you can see, we got two. You know what I'm saying? With some of our watchers, probably in the last week, and we can start by looking at our demographic. From the last. We supposed to do this every month, but sometimes I don't get a chance. Now from 13 to 17, we ain't really doing nothing. So from 13 to 17, we ain't doing nothing. But when it comes to 18 and 24, we ain't really doing nothing. So we don't have too many younger people on board here. Now, you got 25 to 35. Okay, now they're closing the gap. Month Last month, this was smaller. So we got a bunch of males from 25 to 35 just started joining, and they're catching up and probably finna surpass my age group. This is my age group right here, 35 to 44. You see what I'm saying? And so we used to be the overwhelming majority on this channel and in this community. But we starting to get a younger group starting to pick up, and they about to surpass us. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. So we doing something right, and you know what I'm saying, in that department. Now when it comes to 45 to 54, we stepping up there as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people stepping up there as well. When it comes to the women's side, we 45 to 55, that's usually, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty normal, but we growing in that department. When it comes to 35 to 45, we growing in all departments. You see what I'm saying? We growing in all departments, but this growing demographic we have is that male that's 25 to 34 years old. That's our fastest growing population. Now, what can we do with that information? There's different types of options we can do with that information. Does that information mean it's going to be 100% right? Does that information gonna say that whatever you do is going to be 100% effective? No, it does not. All it says is you got something to go off of. You're doing it for a reason. You're not guessing. You're not just going off emotions. You're not going off something you seen on Fox News, and you're not going off something. You're literally doing something for a reason. You see what I'm saying? And so, and when we look at some of these places, because we can actually break them down, and we can see where they at. You know what I'm saying? We can see where they at. So and we can see how long they watch. So we go and we get the geographic location, and we looking at, United States. You know what I'm saying? When we look at United States, we got Maryland. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, this is acting kind of weird. How it seems like Maryland is the only place that watch. Come on, Google. Let me see. So here we go. What? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but Google's probably tripping on the analytics because they not showing it. They just show Maryland. You know what I'm saying? But I could figure out another way to go through that if you give me a second. But yeah, we definitely check that out. Now look at some of the where our traffic is coming from. You know what I'm saying? And this is where our traffic is coming from. This is where them males from 25 to 35, whatever. This is where they coming from. A lot of them clicking on, coming from their web browser. A lot of them from notifications. YouTube and Google has been suggestions. Some of our titles and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying, whatever titles we have in has been attracting them a little more. And then you have unknown, just YouTube searches. So we do have a certain amount of people who searching for us. So they out there. They also looking for us. And then when we look at the devices, this is now see this right here. This is my, especially my department right here. It looks at what devices are watching. You see what I'm saying? What you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me pull this over a little bit. It let us know what devices are watching. We got mobile phones. You see what I'm saying? So majority of our people come from mobile phones, and then the average person on a mobile phone is only about 20 minutes. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good for a mobile phone user, because a mobile phone user have multiple things going on. They got Facebook notifications, Snapchat notifications. They got phone calls. They got text messages. They got all types of stuff going on. For us to hold their attention for 20 minutes, even though we don't go live as much no more, but still, that's kind of a big deal. But the people in the computer, you know what I'm saying, they going for 30 minutes. So shout out to the people on their computers. They listen a little bit longer, but they got a lot of shit going on. But the people on the TV, is with us for about an hour. This is why I try to make sure we have nice sound. This is why I try to make sure we have some a commercial here and there. I try to make the live stream as if it's a TV show. And this is one of the reasons. The reason why I do that is because people that watch us on TV, they watch us at a higher rate. And now it's not to say that they're watching more, but they watch us at a higher rate. People watch us on TV, they giving us at least an hour. That's 54 minutes and in 36 seconds. I will round that up until into my language that will be 1 hour. You see what I'm saying? So we getting 1 hour on people on TV. So this is why I try to have something decent. And you know what I'm saying? That's why we need people make sure their mics is on, make sure their mics working. You know what I'm saying? Let's try not to, you know what I'm saying? Let's try not to get too crazy because, you know, some of our main supporters out there, you know, they be having children, they be cooking, they be cleaning, they be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Sometimes they don't be right there in front of the TV. They be doing multiple things, but they cut Tribe up on and they just go throughout their day. And every time they walk past the TV, they feel a little comfortable knowing that we out there and stuff like that. So I definitely target them. And this is one thing that makes us different from most YouTubers. Most YouTubers want those clicks. They want those phone clicks. That's all they want. Just come. We don't care if you 10 minutes, 6 minutes. Just give me 30 seconds. Most YouTubers want this. This is what they are after. We're not. We're after these people. You see what I'm saying? We're after these people. Now this is why our channel doesn't grow as much, and also as well. But we do get a lot of people coming. You know what I'm saying? Then you get people on tablets. We get 14 minutes. People on tablets. We ain't got that many, but people on tablets, they ain't showing too much love. And then we got people on a video game. Okay, now this coincides with the demographic that male that was 25 to 34. A lot of them coming over watching us on a video game console. So this is why we trying to get universal media. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this video game console experience and we're gonna mix it with a TV experience. So therefore, the video games and the TV people we're gonna merge them together with Universal Media Network. You see what I'm saying? And this is how we base our decisions on the things on the things we doing. We just not out here winging, y'all. You see what I'm saying? It might sound like it because people in the chat, they always got some shit to say. Some weirdo always coming in here and everybody got some suggestions. We not out here winging. Okay, it might look like that and it might even sound like that, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? We are sophisticated individuals, and you know what I'm saying? And we trying to call out more sophisticated individuals so we can go through this. You see what I'm saying? The brother just laid down a declaration. What it is to you is what it is to you. You see what I'm saying? And so we able to collect the data from the declaration. Okay, and when we match it up with this, it's like, okay, we're not getting a proper match. Something is going on where people are not understanding. We know the average person, we know we got you for about 14 minutes at best. We know we got you for about 14 minutes. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to, you know what I'm saying? So we have to understand what we're doing and how deep this is. I know it looks like regular YouTube channel, same stuff. They come on, they debating Moors and Hebrews, and they talking about this, and the white man did this, and our water did that. The man don't get fooled by the outfit. Don't get fooled or how we blend in with the rest of the crew. Trust me, we are not them. They are not us. So whoever your favorite YouTube channel is, I guarantee you they ain't on some shit that we ain't. They ain't on what we on. I can guarantee you that. You see what I'm saying? So let's see if we can if Google will allow us to look at our top states this month, because last month I believe who was the top state last month? I believe either Cali or Texas was the top. But y'all see how Google doing this? Google's telling us everybody's from Maryland and shit. Like they not even showing us our demographic. You see what I'm saying? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and change. I'm gonna see if you seen that. They ain't even showing it to us. But I'm gonna go ahead and change. I'm gonna change profiles and see if everybody's like that or if it's just mine. But I feel like it's just mine right now. But I'm gonna go ahead. Now we're gonna go to the Tribe Up platform. See, we got Tribe Up as well. And so once we go on Tribe Up and we click on the demographics, you know, and let's see if it's gonna allow us to pick uh the geographic locations. So so they kind of stopping us with that. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. They kind of stopping us with that a little bit. Now let's see if that's gonna break down. We break down United States. Okay. Okay. Now they're allowing Tribe Up because Tribe Up get less views over here because um what whatever reason because but as you can see when it comes to Tribe Up, Georgia is that's our Southwest week. We got 90% men over there too. So we got a bunch of brothers over there in Georgia that's watching. Okay. But but where y'all at? Where y'all niggas at, bro? You see what I'm saying? Y'all watching? You see what I'm saying? So we know what y'all doing. We watching y'all niggas in the Matrix. We're watching y'all. We the dudes who's watching the screens. Me, Libra, Son, and the rest of us, we're watching the green screen on the Matrix, and we watching y'all niggas. You see what I'm saying? And so we figuring out when y'all go when is it time? When is it time for motherfuckers to step up? Then we got Maryland. We ain't got no too many females over there, but we got, you know what I'm saying, 100% men over there. Then we got Texas number 3. You know what I'm saying? So Texas, we got, you know what I'm saying, 63% men, 37% women. So we got a lot of women, majority of women over there in Texas. Where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? I know the one sisters out there. I know a couple sisters out there. But what I'm saying, where you at, Texas? Like come on out to the fight, man. What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? We got Tennessee out there. We know Auntie from Tennessee, but damn, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? They numbers are small, but they damn near split men and women. So we got, damn near equal amount men and women. This right here is probably the best number I ever seen on YouTube right here. Damn near 50% men, 50% women. That shit right there, like give me like goosebumps and shit. Like this right here is a amazing analogy to me. You see what I'm saying? Even though the channel is a little bit smaller, it's still growing. But this right here, we got 55% men, 45% women. So our women down there in Tennessee is watching this. You know what I'm saying? So come on out to play. Then we got California. Now California is huge. Now we expect California to be at the top at all times because California is so damn big. You know what I'm saying? So the fact they coming, the fact they let Merlin, Cali, y'all let Merlin, y'all let Merlin beat y'all. We'll give you, we'll let Tennessee beat you. I mean, we'll let Texas beat you. We'll let Tennessee. Georgia's pretty big too, so that's cool. But you can't be letting Merlin win out of Cali, like yeah. So that right there is an analytic right there that needs to be dealt with. Something's going wrong in our YouTube world, that we're not doing something right there. That is a conflict with each other, because there's no way in hell that a bunch of men in Maryland is supposed to outnumber men and women in California. So this is, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, it is what it is. What the analytics shows. We know it ain't 100 exactly, but this is what we got to go off of. You know what I'm saying. So we still pushing 42% women over there as well. So we doing good. But we got a lot of people, from Cali coming through, stepping up. And I notice a lot of people from Cali stepping up. They always got something professional about them. They always got something going. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying everybody over there in Cali is some fucking professional or some shit. But for some reason, when I meet somebody from Cali, they be like, yeah, I'm from California. It's always, oh yeah, but I have this and I do that. They always got some shit going over there. So California, man, shout out to California. According to me and my experience, you know what I'm saying, the people I've been meeting in California, they always got some shit going. Now in this District of Columbia, I have no idea what this is. I never met anybody in her entire life from District of Columbia, but they follow me around everywhere we go. We got about 7 channels, and every single channel we have District of Columbia come in at least one of the top 5 or a top 10. So this right here is a mystery. Some people tell me District of Columbia is some type of Fed district or some type of weirdo shit. But I never really met anybody from District of Columbia, so this is some weirdo shit right here. So this is probably letting us know that some people been watching us and following us for a long time, and they're not supporting, and they watch us, you know, damn near top, you know what I'm saying, top 5 every channel. You see what I'm saying? And then we got Florida. Florida right there. Florida females is killing the game right now. Where y'all at? Where y'all at, Florida? Florida females is killing the game right now. We got 25% men. That's an odd statistic right there. And then we got 71% of sisters in Florida. So shout out to the sisters in Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? Lakeisha app is deep out there as well. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you guys watching, but we need you guys to come on and join. You know what I'm saying? Come on and join. You know what I'm saying? If you see something you don't like, there's always room to fix it up. Oh man, Ty Data, you said this, and Ty Data, you said that. Well, Ty Data is not God, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Libra Sun, you said this. Libra Sun's not God. So if you have an opinion, come up and say, oh yeah, you know what? I hear what you said. I disagree, and this is the reason why I disagree. Now, as men and as grown-ups, we can say, okay, we can come to agreement. There's no need to be in the chat talking about, oh man, y'all niggas is house niggas and all that. Man, get your ass out of here. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Ty.
Yeah.
Hey, Ty, correction. You know I'm from DC. And Gretchen is from DC, but she's in DC. I'm not in DC no more.
But you're in Maryland, right?
Yeah, but you met somebody from DC, so.
No, District of Columbia.
That's DC, man. What the hell are you talking about?
But I was told that District of Columbia is a different district. I was told that District of Columbia is.
Yeah, but that's where I'm from, man. Well, I mean, what more can I say?
So but I thought District of Columbia was another.
Nah, it's a city just like any other city, but it's the belly of the beast. That's all.
But I heard, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's some YouTube shit, but I heard District of Columbia was some type of extra district that's outside United States, inside United States.
Yeah, yeah. You know how that go. But I'm just saying, as a piece of land, right?
Maryland.
Just like any other city,
right. But see, District of Columbia should not be on here because District of Columbia is inside Maryland. So that's the only city that's on here. Everything else is a state. You see what I'm saying? But District of Columbia is a city. So something's odd. Something's
odd. Because it's special. That's what I'm saying.
It's special. So that's odd. That could be considered odd to me. You see what I'm saying? Or special or different or it stands out.
No, because it should be a state, but it's not. That's all.
It's not. Right. So something's going on there with District of Columbia is coming up, and it should count it should go into the Maryland pile, but it's not. It's separate than Maryland. So
it's separate than Maryland. It's between Maryland and Virginia.
Oh, so
I apologize. Sorry, I'm having problems, and I thought I sent you a text because I ain't really, but I think maybe you should maybe ask a question because I haven't had a problem ever since. With my Lakeisha app, I'm registered. It tells me I'm registered, and it won't ever let me use the passwords. It won't ever do the things that it's supposed to do to let me do. So I'm not interacting with Lakeisha app as I should be, and so I don't know whether anybody else is having those issues. So that could be something that you want to look at to increase our numbers as well.
Okay, what are you logged in as? Are you logged in as a parent, a guest, or
a parent?
You're logged in as a parent. Do you have children hooked up to your parent account?
No, not yet. I have not been able to get into the site since I had. That's what I'm saying. I'm just registered, but it won't ever let me get into the site, and I get caught up and don't say anything about it because I'm like, I'm doing so many other things. But now I'm sitting here, been doing it since you've been talking, and it will not let me get into the site.
So is there something wrong with your password, or is it?
I asked for a new year.
So
Ask for a new password.
Okay,
It
okay.
sent me a
So
new
check your email. Check your email. The new password should have been sent.
No, it sent me a new password. I put it in. It still tells me username or password is wrong.
Okay,
But it
okay.
tells
So
me
did you copy and paste the password or did you type it in?
I typed it in.
Okay, okay, yeah, because I get the try and copy and paste it. Try and copy and
Okay.
paste it. So cause it's cap sensitive. So you gotta make sure you put the caps in there as well. So try and copy
Right.
and paste your password in there and then you should open it up. And then when you get your children's phone, log them in as children. And then you
Okay.
have to go on there. You have to go on your phone and search for children and type in their phone number. And then you got to go
Okay.
back into the children phone and you got to accept the parent request, accept it, and you'll be synced up.
I just
But
want to get hooked up on there, because I'm not even thinking I'm registered to where you can even count me as one. You see what I'm saying?
well you already as a parent, if you signed up as a parent, you should have already did you, because as a parent it's like $1.50 and stuff like that. Did you get charged that too?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I'm saying that from the beginning. I'm saying I've never been able to get into the Lakeisha site. Period. It won't accept the password. It won't accept anything to let me there to do anything.
Yes.
When you first
And you already registered
it says
as a
I'm
parent.
registered.
You register as a parent. So if you register as a parent, you have to finish the application. Because if you ain't finished the application, then it's not gonna let you in. So there's
Oh,
still parts of the application you didn't complete yet. So
so what do I need?
you just need to log in and just complete the application. It should ask you and give you. It should ask you, to pay $1.50. It should tell you about. It should tell you about the terms and conditions, and then once you do that, it allow you in. But if you just download
Okay,
it will
when you
count you.
first hit it, it says parent-child guest, donate special. If I hit parent, it goes straight to ask my email. I put my email in, then I put my password in, but it'll tell me my password or my email is wrong.
Okay, so what they have, and you registered already. You registered and you paid all that.
It says I'm registered.
You're registered because you filled out the
Don't waste time over here, Ty. Go on and do it, but
No,
I just want you to make sure
you good.
nobody else is having an issue like I am for getting into the Lakeisha. I've never
I
went
want to
into
show you.
Lakeisha training.
I want to show you how to do it because you are registered, but you don't have a full account because you didn't finish the registration. You see what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
if you you know what I'm saying, you created one and then it goes to another page. And then on that page, if you don't finish that page, there's a couple pages because there's the terms and conditions, and then there's a part where you pay, and then there's like a receipt part.
Money. No, I didn't get to that part. That's why I said when I did the registration, when you asked for your address, your name, and everything, when I got to that part, it told me I was already registered. So then that's when I went back to try to use the email to get into the site, and it said that I couldn't. So I don't know.
Okay.
It's something I'm doing. I'm sure. I'm not. Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah. I'll walk you through it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these analytics. I'll walk you through it. But yeah, you should have been. Yeah, we should have been. Had your kids hooked up. But let me go ahead and finish these real quick. But as y'all can see, we got Arizona right there on the map. So who is all these people? You see what I'm saying? Where they at? You know what I'm saying? You got Minnesota right there. That's probably me down there. We way at the bottom. So as you can see, we ain't got too many people. Alabama's down there, small. You know what I'm saying? Pennsylvania down there, pretty small. New York, we ain't got too many people in New York, but we do got women in New York. So New York, you got 90% women. Like that's like super ridiculous. And New York got a lot of people people. So by New York being way at the bottom, something's going wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I would just, I just want to show people a little bit of how decisions are made and how we do some of our decisions, and also why, we can see like some of the people are not interacting. Like we see you in the chat room. Some of the people been around since Lex Vortex. Some of the people been around and they still haven't came and put their 2 cents and helped us. And that shit hurts, bro, because we out here working. You see what I'm saying? And we can get every critique in the world. Oh, you guys need to do this and you guys need to do that. Okay, that's cool. Come over here, take your ideas, put that shit on paper and let us look at it. If you're not doing that, then something, I don't know. Libra, maybe you can help me out on this, man. What maybe Auntie, Empress, somebody can help us out while we getting a lot of participation, looking, viewing. We getting a lot of looking ass people, but we ain't getting no people that's really about it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that part. And it shouldn't be that difficult. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that difficult just to, be like, okay, well, cause I'm watching. We know you watching. And if you watching, what exactly are you watching for? Are you waiting for Empress to come out and cut somebody else out? Are you watching just to, see what we're gonna say about the Morris tomorrow or some shit like what you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? But we do get a lot of people supporting. And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? We do get a lot of supporters and we definitely grateful for that. But for some reason we getting so many lookers. Now we can come up with different conclusion of who are these looking ass people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just want to put that out there real quick. Let me see. Oh, Cali up in there. Yeah, Cali stay up in there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they go Texas right there. Boston South D-Town. Yeah, we get quite a few people up there, but we need Texas to step up, man. Now we know Lady D in there. We got Lynn, you know what I'm saying? Auntie Lynn in the building. We got a couple people, you know what I'm saying? The brother Reginald Green. So we got a couple people, but it ain't matching up with the data. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody's lying. Either the data's lying or y'all lying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so let me see who we got out there. Y'all want to keep it going? I gotta head out for a couple minutes. So if y'all want to, we can get back to 2018, or we can keep it going. We can keep it going because I'm gonna be going for about for a couple hours. Who we got out there? Did I rock you? Did I rock you to sleep with all those analytics and all that shit? Okay, so what we gonna do, y'all? We gonna take it back to the Shut Bus Shouty. You know what I'm saying? 2018. Let me see if I can get an exact date. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. The date on this will be September 23rd.
I'm still here.
Huh? September
I'm still
23rd.
here.
Oh yeah, I'm finna head off. You wanna? I don't know if you want to take over or not, because I'm finna head out. I'm be going for about an hour. So
Okay.
so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the Short Bus Shorty. You know what I'm saying? 2018. Everybody on the panel, all of, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on the panel, we going in. And so yeah, but now we at a different stage. You can see the growth. You can see what we was talking about then and see what we talking about now. See the difference. Look at the growth. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. You see what I'm saying? And so we're gonna go ahead and start that, and we'll be back probably in a couple hours. So thanks everybody. You know what I'm saying? The decorations right there supporting. But I gotta call Auntie show her how to work her app real quick. And let me see. We finna go ahead and finish this. So Shut Bus Shorty 2018 September 23. Here we go. Shut Bus Shorties. Oh, hold on 1 second. Here we go.
And it wasn't like I gave them anything. I'm just telling them like, yo, you are on top and don't know it. You know what I'm saying?
On top of you, goddamn told him.
Right. You are on top of it. Not only are you on top of the totem pole, you made it. You made the fucking totem pole. Like, yo, stop that shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny too, how you was just saying we got more finances and all that now. I think back to like basically, I guess like movies with rich people and all that shit. The kids would be at home with the nanny. The parents never bothered with the fucking
Peace
kids.
and love, everyone. I'm out of here. I gotta get ready for an appointment. Peace,
Now,
love, light,
we got all the
harmony
trinkets and shit, so now
to everyone.
raising our kids.
Right. Right. So now it's about it's about what type of house you got and fucking useless ass landscapes and shit. You got hard landscapes and shit and win the fucking, you know what I mean, best yard contest and dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just, yo.
Hey, I just won that shit last week, yo. No, I'm bullshit. No, I'm bullshit. I still ain't got my grab.
Ain't nothing wrong. Congratulations, bro.
No, I'm bullshit. I'm lying. They don't come around here like that. Nah.
Your trophy is in the mail.
Right. Oh shit, yeah. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all of us been there, man. That's why I be like, yo, this shit ain't what it's cracked up to be. Like, I was just talking about white. Yo, like, yo, what the fuck? She got like fucking, 40 pair of fucking shoes and shit, shit like that, man. Like, yo, we don't need, 90% of this shit we got, we don't even need this fucking shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got this TED Talks on my channel. It's just called like 1,000 Things Challenge. Like getting rid of 1,000 things. People don't even think they got 1,000 things in their crib, but you can get rid of 1,000 things like with no issues. Well, you probably have issues if you got to part ways with some shit, but people just be collecting shit, man. Fucking DVDs, like don't nobody even watch DVDs no more. Probably still got like a DVD tower in their fucking house. Like get the DVD tower out of there. Sell them shits or fucking. Box them up. Something.
all those books that you collected from when you went to your university, freshman to senior year.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAK and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance. Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features.
What's up, my Pakistani brother?
We back. Pakistani.
All right.
Ain't you from
Nah,
India?
I'm just joking.
I finna say, ain't you from India, man? They be them Pakistani.
I'm from India, but Lotus is from Pakistan, bro.
Man, them
There you go.
Pakistanis and them Indians. Well, I guess the public don't do that, but that's just the government. You know what I'm saying? The public don't be fighting this shit, but they governments and shit be going at it.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same people, just divided now.
Right. But they coming up. So here we go, y'all. We got something a little. Now this right here should be I don't know. Maybe it might be pretty easy, but let's check it out. So what we want to go with this one is we want to go. Where's it at? Where the hell is it at? Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. We're trying to get it together. Okay, it looks like it's not going to be shown on this one. So next one we're gonna do fire. Who invented fire? So we're gonna have to probably get more detailed, but this what we finna do. We probably gonna have to get more detailed, but that's where we finna go. So who invented fire when we come right back? Who invented fire?
I know.
Okay. Okay, here we come. Okay. Here we come. We back. Who invented fire, you guys? Who invented fire? So however you want to chop it down, however you want to go in, man, because we need to learn about this, where this come from. Who invented fire?
Hold
on 1 second. We got James Flames. What you got, fam? Who invented fire? Was it invented Aboriginals or Africans? Who invented fire?
What the hell?
The harness of fire, if that's what you want to call it. Who invented it? James Flames, you out here? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, son. I was talking on mute, son. Everything West Africa was over here in the America, son.
Any names, any numbers? What you got?
Almost 1.5 million years ago, son, in the Americas.
1.5 million years ago in America. Can we get your source, sir? Any source? No, not yet. Okay, we good. So what you got, Camo, Copper Buffalo? What you got? Who invented fire?
I would like to say the Cosmo, and the Cosmo gave us fire.
It don't work like that, man. We're not asking you like the element and where it comes
I'm trying
from.
to explain.
I know, but we're not asking you where it comes from. Oh, go ahead, man. Do you? Go ahead.
Well, the Cosmo created fire, and the Cosmo gave us fire in our solar plex. And when we meditate in our solar plex, we will destroy things. You know, like we manifest things.
Okay. So is that Africa or America at the end?
It's none of them. It's
Well,
the
you on the
planet.
wrong game show, man. You on
That's
the
a
wrong
funny
game show,
question.
fam. This is not a quiz show, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Right. You on the wrong game show. So we trying to see where it was invented. Where was it first harnessed? When it first came down from the cosmos, where did it land at? And who picked it up? Like something like that.
The black woman. The black woman's God.
And where she come from?
The cosmos. She
And then
came
where
first
She land? Where she land at when she came here?
on the planet.
I
On
know
the planet.
What side of the planet? Our side or their side?
Both sides.
So two of them came?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's leave it at that.
You can
Okay,
reincarnate. You can reincarnate to another side.
Okay, that's cool. We'll leave it at that. Okay, brother Jay, what you got, fam? What you got? Brother Jay Sasquahena. What you got? Black Lotus, what
Yo,
you got?
can I go first?
Oh yeah, we got you. You gonna go first next time. Black Lotus, what you got, man? Black Lotus, bring this home, man. Teach us something about fire, man. Teach us something. Give us something out the deal. Cause James Flames hooked us up too. So if you can kinda, you know what I'm saying, keep it going.
Yeah, that might be the best answer. I mean, man,
Fire.
yeah, that was fire. Because they got the who made fire, but then we have such things such as volcanoes. So man has always seen that which creates fire. So it's like who the first person to use it.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I have to go with the majority of who's on the panels. I say out here in America, man. 'Cause that's
Okay, so
Yeah,
we're
shit.
gonna give it to America. So let's go over here to Siobhan. What you got, man? Bring it on home. Tear it down, cause we got something that's gonna kill y'all right now.
Well, the evidence for the controlled use of fire by Homo erectus was 6,100 years ago, but they found flames burned in fires roughly 300,000 years ago, which were found near forces in Morocco. So by that, I'm gonna go with Africa. But I know don't guys don't hate on me because I'm saying Africa.
Look, man, look. This ain't the game. This ain't the game. We're not hating on you. We want Africa represented in this show. We're not game bangers. So Aboriginal game bangers. Like nigga, this kill it Africa. No, that ain't what we do, fam. That ain't what we do. You know what I'm saying? We grown ass man. We laugh and joke, but we ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get stripped them of that shit. But let me ask you a question on that. How many charcoals or whatever? How many of them did they find? Did they only find one, or did they find a whole lot of them over there?
It says fossil, so I think there was more than one.
No, I'm talking about
But I don't really.
the charcoal or whatever they found, the burnt. Was it just like one site?
Yeah,
or was it like-
the flames. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really say. I don't really have all the data on it. It's just a few things.
Okay, you got some sources?
Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah, see, man, this scholarship. Like, don't come on this game show if you ain't got no scholarship, y'all. Okay? This is for the real scholars,
brother,
the
my
real
data,
scholars
son.
that real study for real. They come up with random shit, man. Boom, boom, boom. That's why I like that. Bro Sanchez be going in on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, that shit was blah blah blah. You don't gotta agree with it, but when he give his answers, he believe in his answers. You know what I'm saying? And he'll go in on it. You know what I'm saying? Black Lotus can get on there, but we got to catch Black Lotus at a good day because he'll go in on some stuff too. So go in, y'all. Don't be shy, man. Don't you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody get no record deal out the deal. Like ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying? So go in, man. You don't gotta be correct. Just go in, whatever you can teach, whatever. But
Yo, Ty Daddy, you want to go in, son?
go
You want me
in,
to go in,
son.
son?
Go in, man. Go in, cause the next
Son,
one
let me
is
tell you.
gonna mess up the
Son,
brain. Go in, James.
okay, son. Let me tell you, son. Fire dancing was created by the Polynesians. Polynesians are America's, son. And the word barbecue, what was done is still done today. We still barbecue like this, son. In the Americas, is an Aborigine word, barbecue. Look it up, son. Talk about charcoal, barbecue. I'm out.
Oh,
Everything in West Africa.
We need some numbers. We need some numbers. We need some numbers with that. What you got?
So you want numbers, son?
Yeah.
I want someone ask get Alexa, ask her, son. Ask her about barbecue, son. You can't have barbecue without charcoal, son.
Okay, so we gonna ask we got some scholars out there. We gonna put the link in the chat room. We got a couple people out there. What's up? We got maybe some scholars out there. We got another person into the room. How you doing, sir? What we gonna do is we gonna go with what they say on this one. So we gonna go with what they say. Okay, Google. Who invented fire?
Here's a summary from the website en.wikipedia.org. Evidence for the controlled use of fire by Homo erectus has wide scholarly support. Flint blades burned in fires roughly 300,000 years ago were found near fossils of early but not entirely modern Homo sapiens in Morocco.
Oh, the boy Sham, the brother Sham, where you go? You back? You changed your logo? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what the huh? I think he stepped out or something. But yeah, welcome back, brother. That's what the brother Shem said. So that was what they said on that one. Now I got one that's gonna take the cake. The birthday cake. Who invented the birthday? The celebration of their birthday. So not the birth, but the birthday. So it's something that's that's celebrated multiple times throughout your life. So who invented? How'd that birthday get there? I mean, it was a mistake. Who invented the birthday? The birthday. So here we go. We'll be right back with the birthday. This was going to. We're coming back. Hold on one second. Yep, we coming back. That's what's up. Oh, we got somebody dropped off. Okay. So who we going on this time? We going is it Black Lotus, sir? Black Lotus, what you got, man? Go in on this one, man. What y'all got? Who invented the birthday? Now we're not talking about the birth because that's a one-time deal. The birthday is a frequency thing frequent, thing that's celebrated. So what you got, Black Lotus, man? Teach us something, man. We got to learn something today.
Man, this is a good question. So far, I got America as being the one who created it, but trying to figure out like who exactly did it, because we going by this Gregorian calendar, so based upon that,
Wrong.
Saying wrong.
I got you next. You next, fam. You next, fam.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that if it comes to the Gregorian calendar, then it has to be given to where the Gregorian calendar was made. But the celebration of the birthday, the way it is today, the whole candle and blowing out the cake and all that, that's here in America. The ceremony of the birthday.
The ceremony of the birthday, that's here in America. Any time and dates, anything, See, I'm catching these dudes off guard, man. Like, man,
Yeah, definitely this one.
what's going on? Jaguar Omac, that's another scholar in the building, another rising star in this building. What up, fam? Come on in, man. I sent you the link. Come on in, man. We need somebody to drop some jewels on the birthday. The celebration, the reoccurring celebration. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go with our brother Jay. Jay, what you got on the birthday, fam? What you got?
Rome first did it for the common man. The Greeks did it for the Greek guys. Egyptians did it for the Egyptian guys, but Rome did it for the common man.
Okay, so we got Rome.
I ain't got no source to give you.
Okay, common man's logic. Okay, Copper Buffalo Anunnaki don't know nothing about this, fam. The Cosmos don't know nothing about this. What you got for us?
I got that Atlantis and Sumeria had birthday cakes. Both sides, because why would one side not celebrate their birthday and one side would? You see what I'm saying?
They have
I had no evidence.
Hold on. Who had birthday cakes? Who?
Both sides.
Both sides, like who? Like give me a name.
Sumeria and Atlantis.
Give me a country then.
Both sides. The whole world. The whole planet.
So everybody had birthday cakes.
Yeah, why would one side not celebrate their birthdays and another side would? That's dumb.
Okay, so what they was made out of?
Huh? We need a pharaoh in here. That's what we need. We need a pharaoh in here.
What the birthday
That's what we need on here.
What their birthday cakes was made out of?
Like our birthday cakes.
So they had an oven. Straight up. Oh man, that's dope, fam. They had an oven.
Yeah, we need to get young pharaoh in here. We need to get young pharaoh in here. That's what we need on here.
They had a birthday cake. They had songs too. Did they sing songs with it?
I think so.
And they
But
had
let me
candles.
text
And
young
they had
pharaoh.
candles, did they?
Yeah, I'm texting young pharaoh.
I'm just playing with you, man. I'm just playing with you. What you got? We got another person in the room, man. You want to get on it? What they got? Let's let James Flames get this off. James Flames, man, bring it on home, man. Please teach us something about the birthday, man. We really want to learn something. At the end of the day, we really want to learn that stuff.
Yo, everything West African, son. I'm gonna tell you, you can't have a birthday without a calendar. And the pre-Maya invented the calendar, son. So you can't, how you gonna celebrate a birthday if you don't know when it comes around? So the calendar pre-Maya, son, it was 20. You got 20 days, 18 months, son, including the 5 days of death, where we get the 365 days a year. It wasn't invented by the Romans, it was invented by the pre-Maya, son. Your Siba, known as your Olmec, son. Check it out.
And that's how shit is done, y'all. That's how shit is done on the fly, just like that. He gave you names and numbers. You can check them. We can check it later. But that's how the game show is supposed to be played, man. That's how we do it here. Like, this ain't no buddy shit. We coming to kick it, man. If y'all want to kick it and have a hangout, I can shut it down and we could just kick it and talk some shit about what's going on. Because at the end of the day, we need to learn this stuff, dog. It's important in this. You know what I'm saying? It's some importance here. I know we get goofy, laugh and joke, but at the end of the day, man, who the hell invented the goddamn birthday? Like, for real. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate it, James. What we got? We got another brother in the building. Who we got?
What's up, y'all? This Perry.
We got Perry. We got Perry in the building. What up, man? You want to get in on his birthday, man? Who invented the birthday?
Who invented the birthday?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. You on the game show, fam. You on the game show.
Oh shit. I have no idea, bro. I'm lost on that.
All right. So yeah, you on a game show, man. You popped in the middle of a game show, and we almost closing out, but we got a bunch of different stuff, and we trying to find out where was it invented, Africa or America? And so the object of the game show is when you give your answer, you go ahead and give some names and some numbers with your answer. And if you don't have any, you just go with common man's logic and you say what you got to say. And then we also have Google Home, just in case we get stuck on something and we're just interested in what they say. Depending on how your answer is, we match it up what they say, just for the hell of it. So thanks, man. Welcome to the game show, man. Africa versus Aborigines versus Africa. You're in the building. Now let's just say what they say. Y'all heard James' answer. Now let's just see if what they say gonna say that. Okay, Google. Who invented the birthday?
Here's a summary from the website HuffingtonPost.com. The Greeks most likely took the idea of birthday celebration from the Egyptians.
They didn't tell us who invented it. They just told us where the Greeks stole the shit from. So this is what they teaching us, y'all. So y'all can see with what they teaching us. Y'all can see the difference in what they teaching us. So now we finna get a little. This one might be a little weird for the people, but we gotta do, y'all. So the next one to go through.
The first Americans' Declaration of Reclamation of our Identity and Natural Rights. This declaration, dated July 4th, 2019, is in response to the intrusion, genocide, gentrification, indoctrination, and reclassification of the over 100 million strong original peoples of North, Central, South America, and adjoining islands over a period of 4 or more centuries. This declaration do not include the so-called Native Americans or Africans. Only the American Aborigines and their descendants. The Anti-Defamation Against the Autochthonous and Aborigine Americans and Natural Rights Act. Due to the colonization of land and seas of the area commonly known as the Western Hemisphere, to include but not limited to North, Central, and South America and the surrounding islands. The original peoples of these lands have been systematically gentrified and misclassified as descendants of black racial groups associated with Africa, i.e., mulatto, Negro, colored, black, and African American. We, the original and autochthonous people of the commonly known area of the Western Hemisphere, aka the Americas, retain all of our rights. There have been countless wars, crimes, and other atrocities committed against our people that need to be redressed and corrected by the U.S. governing body, including but not limited to identity correction, land appropriation that is held in trust, travel rights, and the return of artifacts, and the right to self-govern. Article 1. All so-called black people in the Americas are not descendants of Africa, and this misclassification of our identity, i.e., colored, Negro, black, and African American, is the result of social programming and indoctrination, and is not and will not be accepted by the autochthonous people in any manner, whether it be personally, socially, politically, or legally so-called, and the attempt to continue such reckless behavior will be seen as a conspiracy to commit fraud, a hate crime, and defamation against the original peoples of the Western Hemisphere under international law and the American Constitution. The U.S. corporation, its nation states, affiliates, and sponsors have been committing many sorts of crimes against the original or Aborigine people of this land without as much as a one warning for the genocide, rape, lynching, displacement, and scientific experiments. There are many documented cases. The list of nefarious and criminal activity is almost too long to imagine, and there must be an accounting and remedy for. By our estimates, the greatest majority of white African and European descendants in the U.S. believes that the original or Aborigine people misclassified as black were all brought here on slave ships by their ancestors, not realizing that we were here long before their ancestors existed.